Hello guys, welcome to DTW Tutorials Junior. Welcome. Alright, so I'm so excited. I've completed the past question for your Junior WAEC 2020 complete 100 OBJ questions solved. Quite intensive, okay? You can see the time is quite long, okay? 100 questions solved because I know last year because of the COVID, the pandemic, okay? Normally it should be 60 OBJ questions and 4 theory questions, but they made everything 100 questions, all right? So I've solved the 100 questions for you. Some of the questions had some typos, okay? I skipped some, I still solved some to explain to you, just explain the topic itself, all right? Those are the ones that don't have the right options in them, all right? Just typo on the questions, okay? But these are 100 questions solved to help you pass your forthcoming Junior WAEC 2021 examination, to help you prepare. And also, I want to introduce this. If you need one-on-one online tutoring through Zoom, okay, I do tutor students one-on-one via Zoom, all right? If you want tutoring for your kids to prepare them for their maths, their science, all right, I'm available. I can do that, all right? So all you need to do is contact me and schedule a time with your child, all right? All we need is all she needs is a laptop, an internet connection. I know because of the COVID, so almost everyone is open to online learning, all right? So uh, it's definitely going to be very interactive. Just the way I solve these questions here, that's the way I'm also going to teach your child, okay? So you can contact me. My phone number is 080-3873-2879. So you can call me and also give me a breakdown on the areas your child is weak, and I'll pick it up from there. All right, so please, to everyone out there, this video is not for sale, as I've done it, sat down and done this huge work. Please, and I'm giving it out for free. Please share it out. Please don't commercialize this video. Please share it out to your friends, family, loved ones preparing for their exams, their Junior WAEC, to enable them pass the exam and not be scared of maths. All right. And also, please give this video, very important, please subscribe to this new channel. I need your support. Subscribe to this new channel. This is where I'm going to be uploading junior videos. Okay, that's from your primary to to your GSS, to GSS 3. All right. So, and also I also do tutoring for primary students to your primary 4, 5, 3, to 6. All right, to prep them for their common entrance exam. Also on this channel, DTW Tutorials Junior, you will see a common entrance video I've done for maths, 40 important questions solved, all right, which will also help kids in primary school. So please kindly subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share to your groups, several groups, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, to help parents and their kids, to help kids pass their exam, all right, and not be dependent on expo, because it's quite sad. Even the expo level has gotten into the common entrance exams, where so many parents lobby to give their pay to give their kids expo, but you don't need to. Your child can pass. All right, so just watching this video alone would also encourage your child to pass their exam. So please share, like, and subscribe to this channel. And before we get on to the video finally and proper, don't forget that Jesus Christ is coming soon. Give your life to Christ, for He is the way, He is the truth, and He is the life. And for you kids, all you need to do is, obey your parents, be a good boy, be a good girl, and serve the Lord and give your life to Christ, and all will be well for you as you grow. Serving the Lord as a young child is very critical, and it's going to help you as you grow up. All right, so thank you, and let us get on to the video now. Question 1 of the Junior WAEC, that's your BECE 2020 mathematics past question. It says, what is the value of the number 8 in the number 142.68? Okay, so what's the value? All right, this is place value. Okay, I hope you remember place value from the decimal point here. 8 is after the decimal point. From the decimal point here, this first number is your tens, while the second number is your hundreds. Okay, if you have another number, it's your thousands. You have to add the THS. Okay, but when you have tens, hundreds, it's for numbers before the decimal point, like this 2 okay, this number here, this like this 2 is your unit, okay, while this 4 will be your tenths, and this one here will be your hundreds. Okay, you need to know your place value. Okay, all right. So for this question, the value of the number 8 in this number, that is after the decimal point, is what? 100. So our right option here is option D, hundreds. Okay, don't forget the TH, what? S. All right. Question 2 of the Junior WAEC 2020, that's your BECE mathematics past question. It says determine the mode this set of numbers. So we have this set of numbers. I hope you remember the mode. Mode means the highest in frequency. Okay, the number that occurs frequently, all right, that has the highest in what? Frequently, that has the highest in frequency. Now you can see this from this set of numbers. We have 4, 7, 5, 8, 5, 10. Now the number that appeared frequently most is what? 5. It appeared 2 times. No other number appeared twice. All right, so the mode, okay, from this set of number is what? 5. All right, don't confuse the mode with the median. All right, the mode is for frequency, the highest in frequency. Okay, while the median, you know, for the median you have to arrange the numbers in a ascending order, then find the middle number. Okay, so don't confuse your mode and median. All right, the mode again is the highest in what? Frequency, and our right answer here is option B. Question 3 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics past question, that's your BECE exam. It says, which of these quadrilaterals does not have its diagonals perpendicular to each other? Which of these quadrilaterals does not have its diagonals? Okay, remember, what are the diagonals? They are for the square. When you have a square like this, okay, the diagonal is this, the line from this particular edge to this edge, and this edge to this edge. Okay, so for a square, okay, the diagonal bisects. Okay, bisect means cut through each other in angle what? 90 degrees. Okay, that means diagonals is what? Perpendicular towards each other. All right, bisect each other at angle 90 degrees. When you hear perpendicular, it is what? Angle 90. So this is angle 90, this is angle 90, this is what? Angle 90. Okay, for your kite, you have your kite way, and these are the diagonals. This one, the first one, and the second one, and they also bisect each other at what? Angle 90 degrees. Okay, so it's the kite by the quadrilateral that bisects at what? 90 degrees. Then for your rhombus, you know, your rhombus has all sides what? Equal, not like the kite. The kite just has the adjacent sides what? Equal. All right, but rhombus, all sides are what? Equal. Now for the rhombus, it also, the diagonals, which is 1 and 2, okay, bisects each other at what? Angle what? 90 degrees. All right, so it says, which of these quadrilaterals does not have its diagonals perpendicular to each other? Okay, it is none of this, because each of them, the square, the kite, the rhombus, which are quadrilaterals, they all bisect each other at angle 90 degrees. So the right option here is what? None of this. Okay, so this is our answer, as all these bisect each other at angle 90 degrees. That's the diagonals are what? Perpendicular to each other. Okay, remember, these are your diagonals, the lines inside it. All right, the lines inside the shape are the diagonals. All right, and they bisect at what? And they are what? Perpendicular to each other, which means they bisect each other at what? Angle 90 degrees. Question 4 of the Junior WAEC BECE 2020 mathematics past question. It says, if today is Tuesday, what day of the week will it be in 18 days time? Okay, today is Tuesday. All right, Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. What day of the week will it be in 18 days time? You can just, to get this easily, all right, how many sevens can we get out of 18? We can get 2 sevens, right? 2 sevens plus what? 4 days, right? Okay, so it means two sevens, that's 2 weeks. All right, we'll get another Tuesday, okay, this is what? 14 days. Then for us to get the 4 days, then we'll now count from Tuesday. We have Wednesday, Okay, I'm going to abbreviate this. We have Wednesday, we have Thursday, we have Friday. All right, then the final day we have what? Saturday. Okay, so these are answers. So Saturday. So if today is Tuesday, what day of the week will it be in 18 days time? In 18 days time, you can get 7 days, and you can get 7 days, which is 2 weeks. All right, plus 4 days. So you take out the 2 weeks, which is back to back, a Tuesday to a Tuesday, then another Tuesday to a Tuesday. It completes the 2 weeks. Then you count the remaining 4 days, and this is the remaining 4 days: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if today is Tuesday, in 18 days time, or in 18 days time, the day of the week will be what? Saturday. So our right option here is option A. Question 5 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says simplify this. Okay, so we're to simplify this. That's in base 2 minus this in base 2. So we have how many are they? We have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can arrange them. Okay, so we have 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, since there's both 6 numbers, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1 in base 2, in base 2. We're subtracting in base 2. Okay, so this is 0 minus 1. We have to carry, you can't subtract 1 from 0, so you have to borrow a 1 from here. And remember, it's base 2. When you borrow a 1, that 1 would be what? 2. Okay, so we have here 2. So we have 2 minus 1 will give us what? 1. What are we left with here? We've taken a 1 already, so here we are left with just what? 0. So 0 and 0 minus 0 is what? 0. Here, this is a 1 minus 1. We have a 0. Now here again, this is a 0 minus 1. You can't do that. You can't take away 1 from 0. Okay? We have to borrow a 1, and that 1 you borrow is a 2. You remember, this is base 2. When you're doing subtraction on just ordinary numbers, that's your base 10. Okay, you see that when you borrow a 1, that 1 is a 10. I hope you remember that. Okay, but here this is base 2. All right, your normal numbers, digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's in base, that's base 10, but this here is base 2. That's why when you borrow a 1, that 1 is a 2. In the other base 10, when you borrow a 1, that 1 is a what? 10. Okay, I hope you remember that. So we borrow a 1 here, so the 1 here becomes what? 2. So we have 2 minus 1 will give us what? A 1. What is left here? What is left here will be 0. So 0 minus 0 is 0. And here we have 1 minus 1 is what? Is 0. So our final answer here is 1001 in base 2. So this is our answer. And what's our right option? Our right option is option A. Okay, so whatever base you're given, if it's base 3 and you're told to subtract, the number you're going to carry, it will be 3. Okay, if it's base 8, the number you carry, okay, to just the way we did, the number you carry to this will be what? 8. Okay, so don't forget that. Question 6 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says simplify this. Okay, so we have to open up the brackets, we distribute. All right, so here we have 6 in parentheses x minus 2y minus 3. We have in parentheses 2x, that's in your brackets, plus what? Y, close the bracket. Okay, so let's open up this bracket now. So we do 6 times x, that's 6x. 6 times minus 2y, we're going to get a minus what? 12y. 6 times 2 is 12, and times y, we have 12y. Now here we do what? This minus 3, don't leave out minus. Okay, don't just use only 3. Okay, that's you're going to get the wrong answer if you just use only 3. This is where students make a mistake. And you guess what? If you make that mistake of just using only 3 to multiply everything here, you'll find the wrong answer in your option and you get it wrong. But don't leave out this negative here. All right, so it's going to be negative 3 times 2x. That will give us what? A negative what? 6x. Then a negative 3 times plus y, that will give us what? A negative 3y. Okay, you see that if you leave out this negative here, you will just do 3 times y and you get a positive 3y here. And if you resolve that way, the answer is here. Okay, but don't leave out this negative in front of 3. Okay, you have to use it to multiply, distribute it into this what bracket. Okay, so here let's collect like terms. So the like terms as the variables with x together and the variables with y together. So here we have 6x. We'll move it. This is a negative 6x, so we have negative 6x. Then we have negative 12y and negative what, 3y. Okay, 6x minus 6x, that will give us what, is 0. So we're left with minus 12 minus 3y. And what is minus 12 minus 3y? We are going to add and our answer will be negative. Okay, so 12 plus 3, that will be 15y. Then our answer will be what, in negative. Okay, so our final answer here is minus 15y. All right, and our right option here is option B. Question 7 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Pass question, that's your BECE exam. It says, which of the statements is true? A, all parallelograms are rhombuses. B, all kites are parallelograms. C, all rhombuses are parallelograms. And D, kites are rhombuses. Now you must first of all know what examples of what parallelograms. Okay, and parallelograms can be your rhombus. Remember your rhombus has all sides equal. Okay, can also be a rectangle. A parallelogram can also be a rectangle. Okay, and also what, a square. All right, this is a square. All right, so these are parallelograms. All right, so parallelograms can be a rhombus, can be a rectangle, and can be a square. All right, so the question says which statement is true. So this says all parallelograms are rhombuses. This is wrong. This is a wrong statement. Okay, because a parallelogram can be a rhombus, it can be a square, it can be a rectangle. Okay, B says all kites are parallelograms. Kites are not parallelograms. Okay, one more thing I forgot to ask, why a rhombus, a rectangle, and a square are parallelograms and why kite is not? Okay, why it is because for parallelograms the opposite angles are what, equal. All right, this opposite angle is equal to this. These opposite angles, they are equal. For the rectangle also, opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal, and this is also for the square. The opposite angles are what, equal. But for a kite, you know, a kite, this is a kite. A kite has the two adjacent sides equal, but the opposite angles are not equal. That's why a kite is not a parallelogram. All right, and a parallelogram always has 4 sides. All right, not more than 4. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral. All right, so for kites, this is wrong. All kites are not a parallel because it's never it's not a parallelogram. Okay, now for C, it says all rhombuses are parallelogram. This is a what, correct statement. Okay, not all parallelograms are rhombuses, because a parallelogram can be a rhombus, it can be a rectangle, and it can be a square. Okay, so the right answer here is option C. All right, D says kites are rhombuses, which is very, very wrong. A kite has just the two adjacent sides equal, while a rhombus, this is a rhombus has all sides what, equal. All right, so this is wrong, and this is what, wrong. Okay, this is the right answer. So you need to know your shapes and their properties. All right, so because it comes out a lot, so you need to know this. All right, so the right option for this, number 7, is what, C. Question 8 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Pass question, it says find the amount on 800 Naira for 1 year at what, 10%. Remember, what's the formula for amount? Amount is equal to what, principal plus what, your what, interest. Okay, make sure you know this formula. All right, so we know the principal, but we don't know the interest. And remember the formula for your simple interest, that's your interest, is equal to what, PRT over 100, where from here we know our P as 800, we know our rate as what, 10%, and our time T as what, 1. So let's put in the values here. So we have 800 times 10 times 1 divided by 100. Okay, So we're going to cancel out this 0 here, this 0. So we're left with what? 80. Okay. So our interest is what? 80 naira. So it's easy for us to get our amount now. So amount is equal to principal plus interest. So A is equal to P plus what? I, which is equal to 800 naira plus what? 80 naira. And that would give us what? 880 naira. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 9 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says express this to the nearest thousand. This is 2,966,739 to the nearest thousand. So you can see with the nearest thousand from here, this is 2,966,000. So it's from here, okay, from this point here, 966,000 to the nearest thousand. So from this point here, we check the next number. Is it greater than 5? Yes, it is greater than 5. So we can approximate a 1 to add up to this. So we now have 2,967,000 and 967,000. Okay, so this should be approximation to the nearest 1,000. All right, so this is the right answer. All right, so and our right option here is option C. So you check the 1,000. Okay, the 1,000 is from here. That's 966,000. Okay, so after the 1,000 value, we do what? We check for the next value. Is it greater than 5 or equal to 5? Yes, it is greater than 5. So we can approximate a 1 to add to this 6 here, which gave us 2,967,000. I wanted to say naira, but there's no unit here. Our right answer is what? Question 10 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says a sales boy earns 3,000 naira per week. Each week he spends 3x on food, okay, 2x on rent, and saves the rest. How much does he save in a week? Okay, how much does he save in a week? So he earns this per week. Each week he spends this on food, this on rent, and the rest he saves. So it means this plus this plus this would give us what? The 3,000 naira per week. So let's do this together. So we have 3x, okay, naira 3x plus naira 2x plus let's say what he saves, let's make it as what? S, okay, unknown, we don't know, is equal to what? 3,000 naira. So how much does it save in a week? So we're looking for this S. So let's add up this, then take it to the other side. So we isolate S, make S the subject of formula, and that will give us the value for S. So this plus this is what? Naira 5x plus what? S equal to naira 3,000. So take this 5x to this side. What do we have? We have S is equal to, that's the save, what he saves is equal to what? 3,000 naira minus what? 5x. Okay, 5x what? Naira. So this is the answer. Okay, all right, so you can see from our option they brought out the naira, so we can bring out the naira. So we have the naira out, okay, because it's common. Then we have 3,000 minus what? 5x. Okay, so this is how we get how much he saves in a week. So this is the answer, and our right option here is option B. Question 11 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says a student is picked at random from a class containing 17 boys and 13 girls. What is the probability that the student is a girl? Okay, so we're looking for the probability that the student is a girl. Don't forget your probability formula. Okay, let me abbreviate this. Probability is equal to what? Your required outcome, that is what you're told to look for, okay, over the possible outcome. Okay, so from here, our required outcome, we're told what the question is asking us is what's the probability that the student is a girl. So how many girls do we have? We have 13 girls. So our required outcome here is what? 13. Then what is our possible outcome? Okay, our possible outcome is the total number of students, okay, in the class. That's our possible outcome. And the total number of students in the class is what? 17 boys and 13 girls. That is 17 plus 13. And what will this give us? 7 plus 3, that's 10. We drop a 0, carry 1, and 1 plus 1, 2, plus another 1, we have 3. So the possible outcome, that the total number of students in that class is what? 30. So we have here 30. Can we reduce this? No, we cannot. Okay, so our final answer is what? 13 over 30. So this is the probability that the student is a girl. And our right option here is option D. Question 12 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says the diagram above shows a village V. Okay, this is the village V, which is 8 kilometers on a bearing of, this is a 3-digit bearing, on a bearing of 40 degrees. Okay, V, which is 8 kilometers on a bearing of 40 degrees from a point O. That's from a point O. V is on a bearing of what? 40 degrees. Okay, and the distance is what? 8 kilometers. Okay, all right. It now says, if it's now asking us to what? Calculate how far the village is north of O. Okay, calculate how far the village, this village, is. What's the north? It says north of O. This is O here. The north of O, we're going to have a straight line. Okay, you know, this is drawing your cardinal point, we have this. Okay, where from here to here is 40 degrees on or V is on the bearing of 40 degrees from O. Okay, now north of O is this straight line here, perpendicular line. All right, so this is the north of O. So let's say this is N. All right, the north of O. It says calculate how far the village is north of O. So how far the village is north of O. So the distance from this north of O to here, how far the village is from here to here. That's what's asking us to look for. Okay, how far the village is north of O. And where is the north of O? This is the north of O, a straight line drawn. Okay, then the distance from the village to from the north of O is what we're told to look for. So let's say this is what? X. Remember, this is a right angle triangle. That means we have to apply a trig rule, so which is what? So ka toi. Okay, so here this is our angle here, so it means this is our opposite. Is that not say this is a hypotenuse and this is our adjacent? Okay, so since we have 8 here, we have a value here, so let us use, and we have our angle, so we have to use these two sides. Okay, if we're using these two sides, that is opposite and hypotenuse, you go to your trig formula. Where do we have opposite and hypotenuse is what? Sine. Okay, so we do sine 40 is equal to, what is our opposite? Our opposite here is what? X, and our hypotenuse is what? 8. Okay, so what do we do? To get our x, we'll cross multiply this, so 8 here. So we have sine 40 times 8 is equal to what? X. And we've been given a hint here that sine 40 is this. So we have 0.6428 times what? 8. And this would, which is equal to x. So x is equal to, so we say x is equal to 0.6428 times 8. Punching your calculator, you should have 5.1424. Okay, and we can approximate this, since this is approximated to just one decimal place, so we have what? 5.1 kilometers. So this is our answer, and our right option is option C. Question 13 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says the diagonals of a rhombus are 8 cm and 6 cm in length. Calculate its perimeter. So a rhombus, a rhombus has all sides equal. Okay, that's a rhombus. Okay, it has all sides equal. All right, and it says the diagonal. So from here to here is 8 centimeter, and from here to here is also is 6 centimeters. So we have this. So if this is 8 centimeter, it's equal. Okay, so it will divide into two. So we have 4 centimeter here and 4 centimeter here. Then the length, the second diagonal is 6 centimeter. So this will be 3 centimeter and 3 centimeter. Okay, that will divide into two equal parts. Okay, all right. So it says calculate its perimeter. Now to get the perimeter is not the diagonal. The diagonal is inside the rhombus. So the perimeter are the sides of, we have to add up the sides of the rhombus. Okay, we have 4 sides on the rhombus. So we have to look for this particular side. And once you get to this side, you've gotten all the side, because each side of the rhombus is what equal. So from here we can apply, the diagonals bisect each other at angle 90 degrees. So we can apply Pythagoras theorem here, where we're looking for our hypotenuse. We have our opposite, 4 square, hypotenuse square, plus what? 3 square. These are adjacent. Okay, so 4 square is what? 16, plus what? 9, which is what? 25. So these are hypotenuse square. To get a hypotenuse alone, what do? We square root what? 25, which will give us what? 5 centimeters. So if this side is 5 centimeter, definitely this side is also 5 centimeter. This side is 5 centimeter, and this side is 5 centimeters. So to calculate the perimeter is just to add up all these 4 sides. So we have 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, and that will give us what? 20 centimeter. Okay, so our answer is what? 20 centimeter. The right option here is option B. Question 14 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says express this 341, this is 6, as a number in base 10. So we have 341 in base 6 as a number in base 10. I hope you know how to, convert a base to another base, especially from any base to base 10. So the first thing is you have to get the powers of your 6. So you number from the your last digit on your right. You say 0, 1, and 2. So we do this. For this we have 3 times 6 raised to the power 2. Okay, that's the power that your base will be raised up to, plus 4 times 6 raised to the power 1, then plus 1 times 6 raised to the power 0. So we have here 3 times what? 6 raised to the power 2 is 36, plus 6 raised to the power 1 is 6, that's times 6, then plus 1, 6 raised to the power 0 is what? 1. Alright, what is 3 times 36? Punch in your calculator, you're going to have 108, plus 4 times 6, you're going to have 24, plus 1 times 1 is what? 1. And when you punch your calculator, we add up all these values, we are going to have 133. So this is our answer. Alright, so and our right option here for this number in base 6 to base 10 is 133, which is option C. Question 15 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says the angles of a triangle are in the ratio 2, 3, 4. What is the size of the smallest angle? Okay, this is ratio. So what is the size of the smallest angle? So, and it says the angles of a triangle are in this ratio. All right, so when you have a triangle, what's the total angle in a triangle is what? 180. Is that not it? The total angle in a triangle is 180. So what do we do to get the angle of any of the ratios here? Okay, so what is the total ratio here? We have 2 plus 3, which is 5, and plus 4, that is 9. So total ratio is 9. So to get the angle of 2, we have what? 2 divided by 9 times the total angles of a triangle, which is what? 180. That's how we're going to get this first angle. And when we do this, 9 will cancel here, 1. 9 in 180 we'll go what? 20 times. So this will give us what? 40 degrees. Let's do that of 3. What will be the angle of 3? 3 over 9 times 180, this 1, and in 180, 20, and this times this is what, 60. Then we have 4 over 9 times what, 180. 9 would go in here 20 times, and 4 times this is what, 80. Okay, and you see that when you add up all these angles, you are definitely going to get what, 180. That's the sum of angles in a triangle. So we are correct by this. Now from this, what is the smallest size? What is the size of the smallest angle? From here, these are the angles of the three sides. The smallest angle is what, 40 degrees. So our right option is option B. Question 16 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC exam. It says, which of the following is not a graphical presentation of data? Which of the following is not? Okay, so we're looking for that which is not a graphical representation of data. Okay, it says A says bar chart, definitely bar chart is. Okay, B says histogram, yes. Remember a bar chart, you have bars like this. There's a space, okay, space between bar charts, all right. But for histogram, there are no spaces. Okay, for histogram, there's no space between the bar. All right, that's the difference between a bar chart and histogram. Bar line, okay, there's nothing like bar line for graphical presentation of data. This is wrong. This is very wrong. And this pictogram, and pictogram are used, it uses pictures to represent data. Okay, just like in your primary maths where you have, several apples drawn for you, okay, to add up with another several apples and all that. Okay, so it uses pictures to represent what, data. Okay, so this and this are graphical presentations of data, but there's nothing like bar line. So the right option here is option C, bar line. Question 17 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, it says expand this. So we're to do 2a minus 3 bracket 3a plus 5. All right, so how do we expand this? Well, first of all, do 2a times 3a. 3a, that will give us what, 6a squared. Then the next thing we do 2a times what, 5, and that will give us what, positive 5. 2a times positive 5, that will give us a positive 10a. Then the next thing we do this minus 3 times 3a, that will give us a negative what, 9a. Then we do minus 3 times plus 5, that will give us a negative what, 15. All right, so let's simplify this. This is 10a and 9a. We can simplify this, so plus 10a minus 9a, that will give us a positive a. Okay, so we have 6a squared plus what, a, then minus 15. You should understand how to add sign numbers. All right, it's very key and critical in maths. All right, you need to know how to add sign numbers. All right, so our final answer here is what, 6a squared plus what, a minus 15. So this is our answer. And where is our right option? Our right option is option D. Question 18 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC exam. It says, what is the median of the following set of numbers? So we have these numbers, we're told to find the median. All right, so we have to arrange them in ascending order. So the lowest, that's from the ascending order means the lowest to the what, highest. We're looking at the median, all right? That's the middle number. So we start with 2. So we have 2 here, comma, we have another 2. All right, don't make the mistake of just representing it with just 1, 2, okay, and you don't add the second one. No, you have to add up the second one. All right, we have to, when we arrange, we have to have the same set of numbers as we have here. All right, so we have 2 here, we have 2 here. The next highest number is what, 3, and we just have 1 3. The next is what, 4, and we have 2 4s here, so we have 4 comma 4. The next is what, 5, we just have 1 5. The next is 6, just 1 6, and the next is what, 8. So let's count to make sure. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 numbers. So how many do we have here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so we have 8 numbers, and this is an even set of numbers, 8. So it means our middle numbers will fall between what, 2 numbers. Okay, if for instance we count and we had 7 numbers, middle number would just fall on one number. Okay, now when your middle numbers are 2, all you need to do is add up these two, whatever the numbers are, and divide by 2. So we do here 4 plus 4 divided by 2, which is what, 8 divided by 2. And what's 8 divided by 2? That is what, 4. So our answer is what, 4. And our right option here is option C. Question 19 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past question. It says each interior angle of a regular polygon is what? 150 degrees. How many sides has the polygon? Alright, so we have to remember the theorem here that states that the sum of interior angles of a polygon, okay, polygon is equal to what? N minus 2 in parentheses multiplied by what? 180. Okay, 180 multiplied by this parenthesis where n is the number of sides. Okay, so but from here it says each interior angle of the regular polygon is 150. All right, so each angle is 150. So it means that the sum of the interior angle of that polygon, where we don't know the sides, we're looking for the sides. Okay, it's what? N times what? 150. That will give us the sum of the interior angle of the polygon, because here we've been given that what? Each angle of the polygon is 150 degrees. So to get the total sum of the interior angle of that polygon is what? N times 150. That's the number of sides of the polygon times 150 will give us the sum of the interior angle of that polygon. Okay, so we have n times 150 equal to what? N minus 2 in parentheses what? 180 multiplied by 180. So here we can easily solve for n. Okay, so n times 150 is what? 150n equal to, opening up this bracket, 180 times n, we have 180n minus 180 times minus 2 will give us what? In minus 360. Okay, from here what do? Let's take 180 to this side. So we have 150n minus 180n equal to negative 360. 150n minus 180n will give us a negative 30n equal to a negative 360. Okay, divide both sides by negative 30, divide by negative 30. Okay, we have n, this negative will cancel out this negative, this 0 will cancel out this 0, and 3 in 36 will go how many times? 12 times. So n is equal to what? 12. Okay, so our number of sides, which is n, is equal to 12, and our right option here is option C. Question 20 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past question, that's your BECE exam. It says find the values of b and m in the figure below. Okay, so we have to find the values of b and m. All right, okay, from here, you know, this is two parallel lines. All right, and when you have this angle and this angle, it means they are corresponding, right? These are two corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are what? Equal. So we have 4m plus 15 is equal to what? 5m minus 10. So let's get our m. Bring this 5m here, collecting like terms. We have a negative 5m equal to, we have a negative 10 here. Taking a plus 15 to this side, we have a negative 15. So a negative 15. So what is 4m minus 5m? That will give us a negative m. And what is negative 10, negative 15? That will give us what? A negative what? 25. Here the negative can cancel out the negative, and we have m is equal to what? 25. So this is our value of m. Now let us find the value of b. Now we know that this is b, and b is opposite this angle. We're still dealing with what? Parallel lines. All right, two parallel lines. All right, so it means this and this is opposite. So opposite angles are what? Equal. So we have b is equal to what? 4m plus 15, and we've gotten our m as 25. So let's put in our value of m here. So b is equal to 4 times what? 25 plus 15. And what is 4 times 25? That's 100. 100 plus 15. And what would that give us? That will give us 115 degrees. So this is also in degrees. So m is 25, while b is what? 115. So our value of b, and okay, this is our right option, which is option A. B has 115 degree and m has what? 25 degree. Question 21 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says, what is the reciprocal of this? Reciprocal of 0.25. When you just hear reciprocal, it's just 1 divided by whatever number. And here we have a decimal number, which is what 0.25. All right. And which is this. So we have 1. This 0.25 converting to fraction, it will be what 25. You know, you will shift that decimal place 2 times. When you shift your decimal place 2 times, it means you have to divide by 100. So we have, wherever your decimal point is, you have a 1. Then when you shift 1, 2, we add 2 zeros. So we have 25 over 100. Okay. And what does this mean? This means 1 divided by what? 25 over 100. And this means changing this division to multiplication, we have 1 times what? You invert. So we bring 100 up and bring 25 down. So we have 100 over 25. So here we can divide, right? We can reduce this. 100 divided by 25 will go how many times? That's 1 times what? 4. And what is 1 times 4? That is what? 4. Okay? Or 4 points, the same as what? 4.0. And our right option here is option D. Question 22 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says, which is the smallest number by which 24 must be multiplied to give a perfect square? Which is the smallest number? So we just try out all these options here. Okay, so let's start from the smallest number, of course. The smallest number here is 6. So let's multiply 24 times 6 to see if it will give us a perfect square. You know what a perfect square is? So we know what a perfect square is. That's something that, you know, when we square root, we can get a single whole number. Whichever number that we can find the square root, that will give us a single whole number. Okay, that's a perfect square. All right. So here we have 24 times 6. Let's multiply this. So we have 6 times 4. That's 24. So we put a 4 carry 2. And 6 times 2, that's 12, and 12 plus 2, that's what? 14. Okay, so we have 144, and definitely we can find the square root of 144. Okay, and it will give us a whole number, which is what? 12. Remember, 12 times 12 is equal to what? 144. All right, so this gives us what? A perfect what? Square. All right, and our right option here is option what? 6. Okay, 6 is the smallest number by which 24 must be multiplied to give a perfect what? Square. All right, so this is the right option, since 6 is the smallest number here. Question 23 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says factorize c squared plus 8c plus 12. Okay, it says we should factorize this. Okay, 8c completely. All right, I hope you remember factorization. All right, for factorization, the quickest easiest way, open 2 brackets. Okay, put c, the variable, put c here. Then we now check. We come to 12. This positive 12 here plus 12. We'll now check for the factors of 12 that we can add or subtract to give us plus 8. Okay, to give us plus 8. So the factors of 12 are 2, we have 3, we have 4, 6, yes, and 12. Okay, so these are the factors of 12. So which ones can we add or subtract to give us 8? Okay, we can use 6 and 2 and 6. Okay, we can't use 3 and 4 because this will give you 7. Okay, but we can use 2 and 6. 2 plus 6 is what? 8. Okay, and you know this is a positive 8, so we use a positive 2, a positive what? 6. And when you multiply this, positive 2 times positive 6, it must give you what? A positive what? 12. Okay, so it's confirmed that we can use this positive 2 and positive what? 6. So we put them into the bracket. We start with the smallest, with the smaller number, so we have plus 2 and what? Plus 6. So this is your answer, c plus 2 in brackets, then another bracket, c plus 6. So this is the answer, and the right option here is option B. Question 24 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says calculate the vertical angle of an isosceles triangle if one of its base angle is 48 degrees. Remember, an isosceles triangle has how many sides equal? Has two sides equal. That's here. Two sides equal. So, and it says if one of its base angle is what, 48 degrees. So if this is 48 degrees, remember isosceles triangle. If one base angle is 48 degrees, the other base angle is also what, 48 degrees. For an isosceles triangle, the base angles are what, equal. Okay, so this is testing your knowledge on properties of your types of triangle. So you must know what an isosceles triangle is. A equilateral triangle has three sides equal. Isosceles triangle has just two sides equal, and the base angles are equal. Okay, so if they give you one of the base, it means the other base is what, 48 degrees. So we are told to calculate the vertical angle, which is this angle x. And remember, the sum of angles in the triangles will give us what, 180. So we have x plus 48 plus 48 will be equal to what, 180 degrees. So it's easy for us to get x. So x plus 48 plus 48 will give us 96. Okay, equal to 180 degrees. So to get x, we take 96 to this side. We have x is equal to 180 minus 96. And when you subtract that, what are we going to have? We're going to have 84. So x is equal to what? 84 degrees. So this is our vertical angle here. Is equal to what? 84 degrees. All right. And our right option here is option A. Question 25 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says express this in standard form. Okay, in standard form, that is in tens, 10 raised to a power. Okay, so to express this, we have 5, 7, 1, 6, 0, 0. So from your left hand side, we'll count to know how many powers are 10 will be raised to. We'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You stop here, 5. So we have 5.716 times 10 raised to power what, 5, because we move the decimal point how many times? 5 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be 10 raised to power 5. So this is our answer. And where is our right option here? Our right option is option B. Question 26 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says, what is the scale used in the x-axis in the graph above? So this is our x-axis. Okay, so this is testing your skill on knowing your coordinate points, knowing everything about your graph, your axis. All right, where is your x-axis, where is your y-axis, how to identify them. All right, so we're looking at the x-axis. The x-axis is a horizontal line, while your y-axis is a vertical line. So this is our x-axis. So it says, what is the scale used? Now from here, this is a 1 centimeter to 1 unit. Now why 1 centimeter? Because the space from here to here is 1 centimeter. Then why do I say 1 unit? Because you have from 0 to 1, the difference is 1 unit. From 1 to 2, the difference is 1 unit. 2 minus 1 is 1. The difference from 2 to 3 is also 1 unit. 3 minus 2 is what? 1. For some graphs, you might see this might be 0, and you see here 5, you see here 10, you see here 15, you see here 20. Now in this instance where you have 0, 5, 10, 15, okay, the scale, first of all, the measurement is what, 1 centimeter. Then the unit is what, 5 units, because the difference from 0 to 5 is 5. The difference from this 5 to 10 is 5. So in this case, this example I'm giving is 1 centimeter to 5 units. But our question here, okay, I'm doing this to clarify your understanding of units, what unit is. Okay, so let me give another example. Sometimes you can have 0, it might be 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, here it is 1 centimeter to 2 units. Okay, because the difference from 0 to 2 is what? 2, and from 2 to 4 is 2, 4 to 6 is 2, so that's why it's called 2 units. Okay, why centimeter is a measurement on the graph. It's a small box from that will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 1 centimeter. Okay, if you add another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will be 2 centimeter. Okay, but here it is from here to here, which is what? 1 centimeter. Okay, so from our question, this is a 1 centimeter to 1 unit on the x-axis. Okay, which also is the same here, 1 centimeter to what? 1 unit. Okay, so and our right option here is what? Option A. Question 27 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says the ages of the children in a football team are all this. Calculate their mean age correct to 1 decimal place. So to calculate the mean, how many children do we have in a team? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 children. So we're going to add up all their ages and divide by 11. So we have 10 plus 11 plus 9 plus 11 plus 12 plus 13, we're here, plus 9 plus 11 plus 10 plus 12 and plus 11, our final 11, then divide by what? 11. Okay, when you add up all this number, you should get 9 divided by 11. And when you divide this, you should get what? 10.81. But our question says correct to what? 1 decimal place. Okay, that's what our question says, correct to 1 decimal place. So from here, we count, this is our decimal. Then it says 1 decimal place. We'll count the first number, which is just 1. Okay, then we look at the second number. Is it equal to 5 or greater than 5? It is not equal to 5 or greater than 5, so we can approximate a 1 here. So we now finally have 10.8. Okay, this to be 10.8 correct to what? 1 dp. Yes. All right, so this will be our answer, and our right option here is option C. Question 28 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says if x varies inversely as y. Let us interpret this together. X varies inversely as what? Y. That's 1 over y. And x is equal to 10 when y is 15. Find the value of y when x is what? 25. So first of all, we have to find, change this variation sign to an equal to sign. So what do we have? We have x will be, we introduce a constant k, so x will be equal to k over y. Okay, so here first of all we have to find, this is the relationship that binds x and y. All right, so we have to find k. So to get k, we've been given our first values. All right, so and x is what? 10 and y is 15. So we do x as what? 10 equal to k, y is what? 15. Okay, so to get k, we just cross multiply, right? So k is equal to what? 10 times what? 15, which is equal to what? 150. So here we have the equation that binds x and y. So this is it. So from here now, we can find the value of y when x is what? 25. So from this our formula, when x is 25, so we have 25 is equal to what? 150 over y. We're looking for y. So to get y, we take y up and bring 25 down. Okay, I hope you remember change of the subject of formula. Okay, this is where it's going to help you in every step of your maths. All right, and I'll treat that very soon on the channel. Okay, so we have 25 is equal to 150 over y. So to get y, we take y up, okay, and bring 25 down. Or let me do it this way, just cross multiply. We have 25, y is equal to what? 150. Then to get y, we divide both sides by 25. Okay, this is just for easy understanding. So when we divide this 150 divided by 25 is going to be 6. Yeah, 6. It's going to go 6 times. Okay, so this is our answer. Y is equal to what? 6. And our right option here is option A. Question 29 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says a girl has K kobo. She spent 15 kobo and 32 kobo left. What is the value of K? Okay, a girl has K kobo, so the total of the girl's money is what? K kobo. Total is K. Okay, she spent 15 kobo and 32 kobo left. All right, she spends 15 kobo and 32 kobo left. Okay, what is the value of K? It's quite simple and straightforward. All right, she has a total of what? K kobo. She spent 15 kobo and she has 32 left. So the total that she would have, K, is equal to what? 15 that she spent plus the 32 that was left, which is equal to, this will give us what? 47. So the total of what she has is what? 47. Okay, that's the value of K. And our right option is option D. Question 30 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's BECE exam. It says 3 positive integers are this, this, and this. If their sum is 105, find the numbers. If their sum, that is x minus 1 plus x plus bracket x plus 1 is equal to 105. We should find the numbers. Okay, so to find the numbers, we have to first get x. So we have to open up all these parentheses, the brackets. So opening up this, it will still be x minus 1 plus x. Opening this, we have a positive in front of this bracket, so positive times everything here, the sign will remain the same. So we have plus x plus what? 1 equal to 105. So let's take like terms. We have x plus x plus x, and we have minus 1 plus what? 1 equal to 105. X plus x plus x will give us what? 3x, and minus 1 plus 1 will give us what? 0. So we have equal to what? 105 here. Now to get our x, we divide both sides by 3. This will cancel out, and 105 divided by 3, what are we going to have? We are going to have what? 35. So x is equal to 35. So we have to now get each of the positive integers. All right, and to do this is just from each of them. We already know x as what? 35. So we put this in. We say 35 minus 1 to get this first integer. 35 minus 1 is what? 34, comma x is already what? 35. Then our final positive integer is what? 35 what? Plus 1, which is what? 36. So our integers are what? 34, 35, and 36. So this is our answer. And where is our right option here? 34, 35. Okay, option D. Okay, this is our right option. Question 31 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says find the difference between the range and the median if the following set of numbers are this. Okay, so we're looking for the difference between the range and the median of this following set of numbers. Okay, so we need to find the value of our range, then find the value of our median, then find the difference between them. So what is range? Range, remember, is the highest number minus the lowest number. Okay, and what's the highest number in this set of numbers? This is it is 12. Okay, so our range will be equal to 12 minus, what's the lowest number here? The lowest number here is 3. Okay, so 12 minus 3, and that would give us what? 9. Okay, so our range is 9. Now to get our median, remember our median, we have to first of all arrange all this number in ascending order, then find the middle number. Okay, so let us arrange these numbers now. So from the lowest to the biggest. Okay, now we have 3. And if a number repeats itself, you also have to add it. Okay, when you're arranging, you don't leave it out. Okay, that's one mistake students do make. You don't leave it out. Okay, so we have 3 here, and we also have 3 here. Write it down. The next number higher than 3 is here. We have 5. So we have 1 5 here. Okay, we have another 5 here. We have another 5 here. And we have another 5 here. Okay, what's the next number? Is there a 6? No. The next number higher than 5 here is 7. And we have how many 7? 2, 7. So let's drop down 7. Okay, comma 7. Okay, the next number is 8. We have 2 8s here. This is 1 and this is another 1. So we have 8, 8. Do we have a 9? No, we don't have a 9 here. Do we have a 10? No, we don't. We have 11. So, we're arranging in ascending order. So we have 2 11. And finally 12. We have how many 12? 2 12. Okay? And let's count the number to see if we're correct. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have to have 14 numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we are correct. So from here, we have to find the middle number. You can see this set of numbers is 14, and 14 is an even number. So it means we are going to have a median of 2 values, okay, that will stay in the middle. Okay, I would pick this because from here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is in the middle. These 2 values is in the middle. Okay, because it's this the number of the set of these numbers is what 14, so it will always fall, the middle will be between 2 numbers. Okay, but if you have an odd set of numbers, that's if you count and let's say we have 13, you would notice that the middle will just be a number alone, and that will be the median. But if you now have an even set of numbers and you have 2 numbers as the middle numbers, how do you get the median? All you need to do is add up these 2 numbers and divide by 2. So we have 7 plus 7, which is what? 14. Then we divide by 2, which will give us what? 7. So our median is what? 7. So this is our median, is equal to 7. So we are not yet done, okay, because the question says find the difference between the range and the median. We know our range as 9 and our median as what? 7. So the difference is what? 9 minus 7, and that would give us what? 2. So 2 is our answer, and our right option here is option B. Question 32 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says use the graph below to answer questions 32 and 33. So we have this graph. Then the question says which point is represented by the coordinates 8, 5. 8, 5. So this 8 is what? Your x-axis value. And what this 5 here is what? Your y-axis value. So let us trace. So on your x-axis we have 8. You trace it up. And on your y-axis you have a positive. This is the positive side of the y-axis, and this is the positive side of the what? X-axis. So we trace this 5 down here. Sorry, we trace this 5. My lines are not straight, so we trace this here. So this is the what? Point. Okay, this graph isn't too clear. They missed a point. Okay, so this point I feel should be what? R. All right, since there's a SPQ here, so this point should be R. It's missing in the question. All right, so but this is how I did this to let you know how you trace your what? Coordinate points. Okay, so this is how you trace it. So for the first value here is on your x-axis, while the second is on your y-axis. This is positive, this is positive. If it was negative, definitely you have to go to the negative side of x and the negative side of y. But we are dealing with positive, so a positive 8 is here. You trace it up, and a positive y is here. A y as 5 is here. All right, so you trace this down here, and this is the point of this coordinates. Okay, 8, 5. So the right option here should be what? Option A, point R. Question 33 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says use the graph below to answer question 32 and 33. This is a graph. It says write the coordinates of Q and S. So we have to write the coordinate of Q and S. So this is where Q is, okay, and this is where S is, okay. So so this point, okay, this question isn't too clear from the text I copied it from. So here we have, it should be somewhere here. The point should be here, Q. Okay, so let's find Q. So Q, from here you trace on the x-axis, the first, when doing your coordinate points, all right, the first value is your x, y, the second is your what, y. Okay, as we discussed in question 32. So for the x-axis, we have a -6. On this same point here, you trace down to the y-axis, we have what, a -5. So this is the coordinate point of what, Q. So let's find out of what, S. This is S. Open your bracket. This is your x and this is your y. So this is S. Trace it down to x, it should be 4, and to y is what, 15. So we have 4, 15, positive what values. So this is our coordinate point of Q and S. And where's our right option here? Yes, our right option is option B. So this is option B. -6, -5, and 4, 15. That's what we have here. Question 34 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says evaluate 99 square minus 1. What is 99 square? 99 square is 9801. Then let's subtract 1 from that. Okay, this is what we're doing. Okay, so let's subtract 1 from this, and this is going to give us 9,800. Okay, 9,800. So this is our answer, and our right option is option C. Question 35 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says calculate the value of x in the diagram below. Okay, so we have this diagram. This is a polygon, okay, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 sides. It's a polygon, okay? If it was 4 sides, we're going to call it a quadrilateral, but it's more than 4, so it's a polygon, all right? So we're to find the value of x. Now from here, we've been given this angle as 80 degrees, so it's possible for us to get this angle, all right? Since remember the theorem that states that the sum of angles on a straight line is equal to what, 180. So let's say we want to look for this. I'm going to tell you why we need to look for this shortly. So, or let me first of all say do this. So when we get this when we quickly get this angle here, so it is easy for us now to apply the theorem of the sum of interior angles of a polygon, okay, to get our value for x. So let's quickly get this value here, y. So the sum of angles on a straight line is what, 180. So y plus 80 is equal to what, 180 degree. So to get y, we take 80 to this side, we have 180 minus 80, and that would give us what, 100. So this angle here is what, 100, okay, 100 what, degrees. Okay, so now we know every angle inside the interior angles now. Okay, remember the theorem that says what, the sum of all interior angles is equal to what, n minus 2 in parentheses 180, okay, degree. All right, so we add up all this, the sum of all interior angles. So we're going to add up this. So we have here x, okay, plus 3x plus 2x, okay, plus 100 plus 110. So we add up x plus this plus this plus this and plus this equal to this. Okay, remember that formula, all right, because this, we're dealing with a polygon. All right, so here, and this polygon has how many sides? 5 sides. Is that not it? We've counted it earlier on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we put n here is equal to 5. So we say n is equal to what, 5. So we can put this in here. Okay, let's simplify this. Here we have here x plus 3x, that's 4x, and plus 2x, that's what, 6x, then plus 100 plus this is 210 equal to, this would be 5 minus 2, close the brackets, 180, and that's 3 times, that's 5 minus 2 is 3, times 180. And what would this give us? 3 times 180 should give us 540. Okay, here we have 6x. Just let's drop this 6x plus 210. So to we are trying to isolate x, find x. So we take this 210 to this side, so that's collecting like terms. So we have 540 minus 210, and what would that give us? 540 minus 210 is going to give us 330. 6x. To get x, we divide both sides by 6. Okay, so x 330 divided by 6 is going to give us what? 55. So we have our value of x as what? 55 degrees. So this is our value of x. Okay, so in case you have a quadrilateral, all right, if this was a quadrilateral, that's 4 sides, you just put in your 4. So it depends on whichever polygon you have here. Okay, so this is 5. This is a pentagon. All right, so always know your polygons. The formula for the sum of it is very critical, because a question, I think this is the second question on sum of interior angles that we've treated in this past question. So you need to know the sum of your interior angles of a polygon. You need to know what a polygon is, what a decagon is, pentagon is. You need to know all those. All right, so please make sure you know your polygons well before you go into the exam hall. All right, because at least 2 questions should come out, all right, from your polygons. All right, so this is how you solve for your x. So this answer is 55 degrees, and the right option here is option C. Question 36 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says solve the simultaneous equations. So we have this. So this is equation 1, and this is equation 2. Okay, for me, this is quite easy and straightforward. Since here y doesn't have a coefficient, I will just easily use substitution method. Okay, and we've already been x has been made subject of formula here. So I will just say put the value of x equal to y plus 1 into equation 2. It's quite easy. This is easy for us. Okay, so put in the value of x equal to y plus 1 into equation 2. So wherever you see x in equation 2, this is equation 2, you put y plus 1. So equation 2 is what? X plus 2y equal to 7. So put y plus 1 as x. We have y plus 1 plus 2y equal to what? 7. So here take like terms. We have y plus 2y will be what? 3y. Okay, or let's arrange it together so I don't confuse you. So we have y plus 2y, then take this plus 1 to this side. We have 7 minus 1. So what's y plus 2y? That's 3y. And 7 minus 1 is what? 6. So to get y, we divide both sides by 3. Okay, if this was a theory question, you have to write the steps. All right, this is OBJ. That's why I'm not writing the steps. And you can, for your theory, I've done 20, yes, I've done 20 from 2017, 2018, 2019 theory questions solved. Okay, and I've shown you the way to answer your theory section in maths. You have to write your steps. You don't jump your steps, okay, because each steps take a point. All right, it takes a mark. All right, so this year 2020, that was last year, because of the COVID, there was no theory section. It was just all through OBJ. So you have like 100 questions OBJ. All right, but I believe this year there will definitely be theory section. All right, so here we divide, we cancel this, 3 cancel out, then 6 divided by 3, what would this give us? That would give us what? 2. So y is equal to 2. So since we've gotten y, it's easy for us to get our x. So we just put in the value of y as 2 into equation 1. And what is equation 1? Equation 1 is x equal to y plus 1. So put in the value of y as 2. So x is equal to 2 plus 1. And what would that give us? That will give us 3. So x is 3, and y is equal to 2. So this is our answer. X is 3 and y is equal to 2. And what is our right option? Our right option here is option B. Question 37 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says which angle is constructed below. Okay, so we have this. If you see this particular angle here, this is 60, and you can see this is in the in between, in the middle of what 60. So it means this point is what, this angle here is 30 degrees. So this is the construction of what 30 angle 30 degrees. All right, and our right option here is option B. Okay, once you see this angle here, it means it's a 60. Then half of this, all right, is what, 30 degrees. So our right option is option B. Question 38 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says the pie chart shows the sectorial representation of the number of students per class of a certain school. Find the value of x. Find the value of x. This is x. This is what we're looking for. Okay, find the value of x. All right. It shows a sectorial representation of the number of students per class of a certain school. So we have JS1, JS2, JS3, SS3, SS2, SS1. So we're looking for SS2 and in degrees, okay? So it shows a sectorial in degrees. So all we need to do is angles, the sum of angles at a point is what, 360. So the sum of all these angles is equal to 360. So that's how we're going to get our x. So we have here x, okay, which we're looking for, plus 40. Then let's go clockwise. Plus 40. Then this is a right angle triangle. So this angle here is what, 90 degree. So plus 90 plus our next angle 80 plus 60, that's 60 here, then plus 30 is equal to what? 360. That's the sum of angles at a point is equal to 360. So let's find x. 40 plus this plus this plus this plus this, that would give us this plus this is 130, right? 130 plus 80, that's going to give us 210. 210 plus 60, that's going to give us 270, and 270 plus 30 will give us 300. So we have x plus 300 is equal to 360 degrees. So let's take 300 to this side. We have x is equal to 300. A positive to this side will give us what? 300 minus 300, I mean. And 360 minus 300 will give us what? 60 degrees. So x is equal to what? 60 degrees. And our right option here is option D. Question 39 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says a boy's age is x years, while his father is 10 years more than twice his age. So a boy, okay, his age is what? X years. Then the father is equal to 10 years more, all right, than twice his age. Okay, so twice his age means 2 times the boy's age. All right, so we have 2 times the boy's age, which is x. We know the boy's age as x. 2 times x, then 10 years more. 10 years more means plus 10. Okay, that's what the statement means. This is a word problem. All right, it says, let's just take it again. A boy's age is x years. This is the boy's age. His father is 10 years more than twice his age. So what is twice the boy's age? This is what? 2 times what? X. All right, because we don't know the boy's we know the boy's age as what? X years. Then more, 10 years more will be what? Plus 10. All right, so this is the father's age. So it said, the question says calculate the father's age in terms of, this is the father's age in terms of what? X. So this is the answer. So we have 2x plus 10 all into bracket what? Years. So this is the father's what? Age. All right, and our right option here is option A. Question 40 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says solve the inequality this. So we have 8 minus 3x less than or equal to what? X minus 4. So let's take like terms first. X will go here and 8 will come here. All right, always when you're solving inequalities, always make sure your x, the ones with the variables, come to what? Your left hand side. Don't bring them to your right hand side. Okay, Note that, please. So we take our x here and take the 8 here. So we now have left here, we have minus 3x. Don't forget the minus 3. This minus is in front of 3x, okay? All right? Because, you know, the sign a number carry is always in front of it. The sign of 8 here is what? Positive. All right? And you really don't need to put positive in maths when you just, if a number stands alone without a sign in front of it, it means it's what? Positive. Okay? So bringing x to this side, we have a negative what? X less than or equal to what we have left here is minus 4. Taking your positive 8 to this side, we have a negative what? 8. So what is a negative 3x negative x? That will give us a negative 4x. Okay? And why do we have a negative 4x? Because this is a negative and negative. We add, then our sign will be what? Negative. Okay? That's the sign of the biggest number. Alright? So here we have less than or equal to minus 4 minus 8 will give us a minus for 12. Now to get our x, we have to divide both sides by a negative 4. Okay, and remember in inequality, when you divide by a negative number, your sign would change to the opposite. So we immediately change your sign. Alright, I always advise students to please immediately change their sign. Don't divide, don't just cancel and go forward. You might forget. You might forget to change your sign to the opposite one. So before you write down, change your sign immediately because you're dividing by a negative sign. Alright, so this negative 4 will cancel this negative 4. We're left with an x here. Then this negative will cancel out this negative. And here we have 12 divided by 4, and that will give us what? 3. So this is our answer. X is greater than or equal to 3. And our right option here is option B. Question 41 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics First question. That's your BECE exam. It says a die has 6 faces, numbered 1 to 6. Remember a die, the one you used to play Ludo, okay? That's a die, all right? So it says if the die is rolled once, okay? Rolled once, that's you throw your Ludo, your dice, okay, once, okay? Find the probability of obtaining number 2. Find the probability of obtaining number 6, okay? A die, that's just one die. If it was 2, it would have been 2 dice, okay? But it's just one die. It has number 1 to 6. If the die is rolled once, find the probability of obtaining number 6. What is probability? Probability is equal to what? Our required outcome, okay, over our possible outcome. Alright, so what's our required outcome? It says what's the probability of obtaining a 6? You can only obtain a 6 once. So our required outcome is what? 1. And our possible outcome is what? The die has 6 faces, numbered 1 to 6. So our possible outcome, that's the total possible outcome, is what? 6. So this is our probability of obtaining number 6, 1 over 6. So this is our answer. And our right option here is option D. Question 42 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past question, that's your BECE exam. It says, Ada made a profit of 14% on an article she bought for this. She bought means her cost price. This is her cost price, okay? When you're reading, always try to interpret, okay, as you go along. The question is asking us how much did she sell the article. So it's asking us for her selling price, SP, okay? This 4,200 naira is what our cost price, and she made a profit of what? 14%. This is our percentage of profit. Okay, remember the formula for to find your percentage profit is what? Is what? Your selling price minus your cost price divided by cost price. Okay, that's the formula to find your percentage profit, and we've been given the percentage profit as what? 14%. Okay, so let's put, and we have our cost price as what? 4,200. So let's put in our values here. Our percentage profit 14%, that's 14 divided by 100, that's 14%, equal to, we're looking for our selling price minus our cost price is 4,200 divided by another cost price 4,200. All right, so here let me bring this close here. So we have 14 over 100. So here we can what? Cross multiply. Is that not it? So let's cross multiply. This goes up here and this here. So we have 14 times 4,200 is equal to 100 bracket SP minus 4,200. Let's leave out the naira now. All right, but in your if it's a theory question, you have to put your naira. All right, I don't want it the naira to clog our work, or we could still put it, no problem. So here 14 times this, use your calculator. So we have 58,800 equal to, opening up this bracket, 100 times this, we have 100 SP minus 100 times this, that will be 42,000. Sorry, that will be 420,000. Okay, so let's collect like terms. All right, so here we take this 100 SP here and bring this here. Taking 100 SP here, we have a negative 100 SP equal to minus 420,000. Bringing here, we're going to this positive here, we're going to have a negative 58,800. So we have a negative 100 SP. This minus this, that will give us a negative. We're going to add and have a negative. So we have 4,788,800. Okay, that's 478,800 when we add this and put a negative in front. Now to get our SP, we divide by what? 100. A negative 100, I mean. All right, so this negative 100 will cancel out this negative 100. This negative will cancel out this negative. These two zeros will cancel out these two zeros. And so what are we left with? We're left with what? SP is equal to what? 4,788, which is what? 4,788. So this is our selling price, 4,788. And what is our right option here? Our right option is option C. Question 44 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says, which of the following is not a quadrilateral? Okay, so first of all, what's a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is a shape that has four sides. Okay, so here it says pentagon. Definitely this is wrong. Okay, it says trapezium. Trapezium has four sides. Rhombus has four sides. Kite has what? Four sides. So all these three are what? Quadrilateral, but pentagon is not, since it has what? Five sides. So the which of the following is not a quadrilateral is what? Option A, which is what? Pentagon. Okay, remember how a trapezium looks like. I have these four sides. Remember how a rhombus looks like. A rhombus has all sides equal. Sorry, all sides equal. And a kite just has the adjacent sides equal. Okay, that's these sides are equal and these sides are equal. While a rhombus, all sides are equal. All right, so our answer here is what? Option A, a pentagon. Question 45 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says, if A is equal to this, express A in terms of A, capital A, small letter B, and H. This is a typo. This should be a capital letter A here. Okay, so we have a capital letter A equal to half bracket small letter A plus B, close the bracket H. So to express A in terms of this, what does it mean? It means make A the subject of the formula. Okay, always familiarize yourself with this term. They're just trying to confuse you. Okay, when they say express A in terms of this, it means make A the subject of formula. That's isolate A, let it stand alone on the left hand side of the equation. So this is change of subject of the formula, and let's do this together. Okay, it's a very important topic that you need to know, okay, before you go into the exam hall. It doesn't just help you in the question, it helps you with other things in maths. Okay, so here let's simplify this. So we have capital letter A equal to, this half means it's a plus b bracket h divided by 2. Okay, this half is just saying like 1 over 2. So just bring the 2 to the bottom here. That's what I did. Okay, let me write this clear. So we have a plus b, so we have 2. All right, so here, sorry, we have a capital letter here, we have an equal to sign. So here we can cross multiply, so we can get rid of this denominator 2. So take these 2 up here. We have 2a equal to what? Bracket a plus b bracket h. Let us open up this parenthesis here, this bracket. So h will multiply this and this. So we have 2a, capital letter A here, h times small letter a, we have ah, okay, plus h times this b, we have what? bh. All right, so the next thing we do is, since we're trying to isolate a, okay, small letter a, let us take this plus bh to this side. Okay, so we'll take plus bh this side. We have 2 capital letter a, take plus here, we have a negative bh equal to ah. Okay, and this, okay, this expression is the same as what? ah is equal to 2a minus bh. Okay, I hope you remember this. Is the same. This is an equal to sign. All right, it's the same as this expression, is the same as this. So from here, let's go up here. ah is equal to 2 capital letter A minus BH. So from here, to let our A stand alone, we divide both sides by what? H. So we have A, this H will cancel out, so we are left with what? Small letter A is equal to 2 capital letter A minus BH over H. So this is our answer. All right, this is our answer. And where is our right option here? Our right option is option A. Okay, this is our right option. A is equal to what? 2a minus bh over h. So this is our right answer. Question 46 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says dash is a number that can be divisible by 1 and itself is a prime number. Okay, a prime number can be divisible by 1 and itself. It's not an odd number, because an odd number is a number that can't be divided by 2. Okay, so not an odd number, and it's not definitely not an even number, and it's definitely not an ordinary number. So it's a prime number. It's a number that can be divided, divisible, sorry, by 1 and itself. Okay, and examples of prime numbers are what? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Okay, numbers that can be divisible by only 1 and itself. And 1 is not a prime number. Okay, remember that. All right, so prime number are numbers excluding 1 that can be divisible by 1 and itself. Question 47 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says the table below shows the record of food types that the students of a school bought from the school's food shed during the lunch break. Okay, so this is the table. It says which food is most popular among the students. So we have the table here. This is food and this is frequency. That's the frequency of people that bought. Record shows the food types that students bought. Yeah, the frequency of the food. This is the frequency of the one students bought. So we are asked which is the most popular. So the highest frequency. That's what this means. The most popular. That's the one students bought more. So yam, students bought 7. Beans, students bought 8. Rice, students bought 9. Pasta 5. Potato 2. Bread 4. The highest here is what? Rice. Students bought what? 9. Bought rice 9 times. So the most popular food among students is what? Rice. And our right option here is option B. Question 48 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says if the probability of passing an examination is 0.8, probability of passing 0.8, what is the probability of failing the same examination? Okay, the probability of failing is definitely 1 minus what? The probability of what? Passing. Okay, that's probability for you. All right, failing is equal to what? 1 minus passing. So we have 1 minus what? 0.8. Since it says the probability of passing the exam is 0.8. So you just subtract 1 from 0.8 from 1, and that will give us what? 0.2. So this is the probability of failing the same exam, which is what? 0.2. And our right option here is option D. And always note that the probability of passing plus the probability of failing is always equal to 1. Okay, that's why it's easy for us to get the probability of failing. You just subtract 1 from you subtract passing from 1. Okay, question 49 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics pass question. That's your BECE exam. It says study the diagram below and use it to find the value of m. So we have m here. We have to study this diagram. Okay, this is 48. So from here we can see for us to get for this value of how this value of 48 is gotten is 2 times 4, which is what? 8. Then 3 times 2 is what? 6. And when you multiply 6 times 8, you're going to get what? 48. All right, this is how the value of 48 is gotten. So it's easy for us to then find m. So we do 2 times 4, which is what? 8. Then 3 times 5 is what? 15. 8 times 15, what's 8 times 15? 8 times 15 will give us what? 120. So m is equal to what? 120. So our right option here is option A. This is our quantitative reasoning. All right. Question 50 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics pass question. It says simplify this. So we have 2 over 6x plus 1 over 4y. So what's the LCM of this? The LCM of 4 and 6, the best LCM to use is what? 12. And don't forget your xy. So 6x and 12xy, that's going to give us 2y. Okay, see, let me do it. That's 12x divided by 6x. X would cancel out this x. 6 here 1, 6 here 2. So we're left with 2y. So 2y times 2 will give us what? 4y plus 4y in 12xy. Y will cancel out y. 4 here 1, 4 here 3. So this is 3x. Okay, so 3x times 1, we have 3x. Okay, so we can't add 4y and 3x because they are different variables. So we have to leave our answer like this. So our answer is 4y plus 3x over 12x. And what's the right option? Yeah, 4y plus 3x over 12x. So this is the right option, option C. Question 51 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics pass question. That's your BECE exam. It says a certain number is added to 6. A certain number. Let's make this certain number x. So x is added to 6. X plus 6. And then divided by 10. So x plus 6 divided by 10. The result is 3. The result is equal to, that's equal to 3. Find the number. So we have to find x. Okay, this is quite straightforward. All right, so let's cross multiply this. Take 10 up here. We have x plus 6 equal to 3 times 10. So x plus 6 is equal to 30. To get x, we take 6 to this side. We have 30. Plus to this side, we have the negative 6. So we have x is equal to 30 minus 6 will give us what? 24. So to find the number is what? 24. And our right option here is option B. Question 52 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics pass question. That's your BECE exam. It says calculate the value of y in the figure below. Calculate this value of y. Okay. Now we have two parallel lines. Okay. We have to find for us to easily get y. For us to get y, we have to know this angle here. So this is two parallel lines. So we can trace this parallel line, trace this here, and trace this line up here. Okay. So what this means is this angle here is 25 degree. So it's easy for us to get this angle here. Remember, when we have parallel lines, all right, this is what alternate what angle. So it means this angle right here is what 25 degrees. Okay, this is what it means. All right, so you have two parallel lines, trace it down, trace this. Okay, make it look like your plane angles on the two parallel lines. All right, so we have this. So if this is 25, this alternate angle will be what 25 degrees. So it is now easy for us to get our y, since this triangle now is complete. So to get our y, remember the theorem that says the sum of angles in a triangle is what 180. So we have here y plus 25 plus 95 is equal to what 180. 25 plus 95, that will give us what 120, equal to 180. So y will be equal to, take plus to this side, we have 180 minus 120. That will give us what 60 degrees. So y here is what 60 degree. Okay, so this is our answer, and our right option here is option B. Question 54 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says the bar chart below shows the favorite subject of students from a school's timetable. It says what is the least popular subject. Okay, the least popular subject, meaning the subject students don't like. Okay, the least one. Now you can, from our bar chart, if you look at this, okay, the least is what traces down. This is the lowest, all right, which is what PHE. Okay, the highest is English, the second to the highest is social studies, followed by maths and French. But the least popular subject is what PHE, and our right option here is option C. This is actually testing your knowledge on how to interpret graphs. Okay, how to interpret your bar chart. We saw the pie chart earlier on. I think there was another one again. I don't know if it's a histogram we saw earlier on, I've forgotten. So it's how to interpret data. It's testing your knowledge on interpretation of data. All right, so this is the least popular subject, and our right option here is option C. Question 55 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says express 63 base 10 as a number in base 2. I hope you remember your number base conversion. Okay, well, to express this in base 2, so we have 63. You draw your line. Okay, so we're going to divide by 2. All right, because it's base, we're converting to base 2. So we say 2 first. So 2 in 63, we're going to have a 3 and 1, 31, remainder 1. You write down your 1. 2 again, 2 in 31 is going to go 15 times, remainder 1. That's 2 in 30, 15, remainder 1. 2 in 15 is going to go 7 times, that's 2 in 14. That's 7 times, remainder 1. Then 2 in 7 is going to go 3 times, that's in 6, remainder 1. Then 2 in 3 is going to go 1 times, remainder 1. And 2 in 1 is not going to go. We're going to add a 0. Then we'll say remainder 1. Then we put up our arrow like this. We're going to take our answers upright. Okay, so we start from 1, 1. So we have 1, 1, 1. Another 1, another 1, another 1 in base 2. So this is our answer. Okay, how many ones are here? As 6 ones. Okay, we take our answers upward. All right, so we say 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 in base 2, and our right option here is option D. Question 56 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says if x is a set of positive integers, okay, such that 2x minus 7 is less than 1, list all elements of set x. Okay, so first of all, we have to find the value of x from this inequality here. So let's look for it. So here we have 2x minus 7 less than or equal to 1. Okay, let's take minus 7 to this side. We have 2x. Taking a negative to the other side of the equation, it becomes for positive, so we have a plus what? 7. Okay, so we have 2x is less than or equal to 1 plus 7, that's 8. to get x, we divide both sides by 2. So we divide by 2. So this would cancel out. We have left here x less than or equal to 8 divided by 2 is what? 4. So x is what? Less than or equal to 4. So this, and what does this mean? Okay, that x is less than or equal to 4. So it means x, from here, the elements of x will be what? Will be what? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's x is what? Less than or equal to 4. So these are the elements of what? X. Okay, so option A is what? Correct. All right, from here you can see the statement says if x is a set of what? Positive integers. All right, that's why you don't have a 0, a -1, a -2, a -3 as part of the elements of, it can't be part of the elements of set x, since it says the set is what is going, the if x is a set of what? Positive integers. So that's why we have from 1, 2, 3, and 4, because x less than 4, x, because it says x less than or equal to 4, so you have to state 4 in your answer. All right, you can see option B didn't put 4 here, okay, but it's wrong, because we have x is less than or equal. You can see this or equal to sign, or equal to 4. So 4 has to be part of this elements of set x. All right, so option C, this is x greater than or equal to 4. That's why you have 4, 5, 6. Then this is D, says the element is 4, which is very, very wrong. All right, so our right option here is option A. So we have to first solve the inequality, find the value of x, then from the interpretation get the elements of what? Set x. Question 57 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says find the value of this. So we have -8, negative in parentheses, -12 plus, also in parentheses, -2. So let's open up this parentheses, that's our brackets. Okay, so we have -8, this negative times this negative, we're going to have a positive 12. Then this times this, we're going to have a negative what? 2. All right, so what do we first do? Let's start with this addition. So we have -8 plus 12. What would that give us? That would, we're going to subtract, and we are going to have a positive answer. So 12 minus 8, that's 4. So we're going to have a +4. +4 minus 2. +4 minus 2, we're going to subtract and have a positive number. The bigger number we're going to use the sign of the bigger number. Okay, so here 4 minus 2 is what? 2, and we have a positive what? 2. Okay, so remember your sign rules. All right, this is quite important here, the knowledge of, you know, when you want to add and subtract signed numbers, you need to remember that rules. Okay, so this is our answer, +2, and our right option here is option C. Question 58 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says round off the product of this and this. So we have 0.025 times 0.3. So we are to multiply this, okay, and round up to one significant figure. All right, so we do 3 times 5, that's 15. So we drop 5, carry 1. 3 times 2, that's 6 plus 1, that's 7. 3 times 0 is 0, and 3 times this 0 here is what? 0. Okay, and 0 times 5, that will give us 0. 0 times 2, that's 0. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times this, 0. Okay, so we add up. All right, so we drop 5, we drop this 5, since there's nothing in that. 0. 0 plus 7, or 7 plus 0 is what? 7. We have 0 here, 0 here, and 0 here. Apologize, my pen, 0 here. So now let's count our decimal point place. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to count 4, okay, from your right to your left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have our answer at 0.0075. Now we have to approximate to what? One significant figure. Remember, when you have a decimal point, all right, and you're looking at significant figure, you first of all go to the first number. You don't start from whatever number is after, that's after the decimal point. or before the decimal point, you have to pass through all the zeros to the first whole number. Okay, so that's where you start counting. So this is the first number, and we're approximating to one significant figure. So this is 1. All right, then we check the next number. Is it greater than 5 or equal to 5? Is equal to 5, so we can approximate. So we can take a 1 and add to this 7, and that will give us 8. So to one significant figure, that's to 1 dp, our answer is 0.008. Okay, so this is the answer, 0.008, and our right option here is option D. All right, make sure you remember how to approximate in significant figure and also in decimal places. Question 59 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says express as a single fraction this. Okay, so we have Q, this is a division sign, so divided by 4p minus Q divided by p alone, so expressed as a single fraction. So the LCM of this, we're going to solve this fraction that has variables. The LCM of this is what? 4p. 4p in 4p is 1, and 1 times q is q, minus p in 4p. What would that give us? That would give us what? Just 4. Okay, it's going to cancel out, right? The p would cancel out and we're left with 4. Then 4 times q, we have 4q. All right, what is q minus 4q? That would give us what? A negative 3q over 4p. So these are final as a single fraction. All right, these are final answer as a single fraction. And where's the right option here? Yeah, this is the right option. You can just put this bracket here or parenthesis. So the right option here is what? Option B, minus 3q over 4p. Question 61 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says solve the equation. So we have this. So this is 1 over 4x plus 2 over 3 equal to 1. Okay, the easiest and fastest way to solve this is, okay, now you have these two fractions. What is the LCM of 4 and 3? Okay, the LCM of 4 and 3 is 12, right? So we multiply each value, okay, by 12. So we can cancel out this denominator. So let's multiply each value times 12 by 12. So we have 12 times 1 over 4x plus 12 times 2 over 3 equal to 12 times 1. Don't forget, you multiply everything, okay, both on this side of the equation and the other side of the equation. All right, so here 4 would cancel out 4 here, and 4 and 12 3 times, so we're left with 3 times x, which is what? 3x, plus here 3 here 1, and 3 in 12 is what? 4, and 4 times 2 is 8, equal to 12 times 1 is what? 12. So from here you can see it's easy now for us to solve. So let's just take this plus 8 to this side of the equation. So we are left with what? 3x is equal to what? 12 minus 8. Taking positive to this other side, it becomes what? Negative. So we have 3x is equal to 12. What's 12 minus 8? That would give us what? 4. So to get x, we divide both sides by 3. And x is equal to what? 4 over 3. And this is an improper fraction. We have to convert to what? A mixed fraction. In converting to a mixed fraction, we'd say what? 3, how many times will 3 go in 4? It's going to go 1 times, and what will be the remainder? 1, then divided by 3. So this is our answer. Okay, and our right option here is option D. Question 62 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says multiply this 10 base 2 by 11 base 2. So we're multiplying in what? Base 2. So we have, drop this, so times, this is in base 2. Don't forget the subscript here. Okay, so we do 1 times 0 is what? 0, and 1 times 1 is what? 1. 1 times 0 is what? 0, and 1 times 1 we have what? 1. Okay, let us add. So we have 0 here, 1 plus 0 is what? 1, and we have a 1, and in base 2. Okay, so you can see this is quite straightforward. Why is it straightforward? Because from here, our addition Even multiplication, multiplying, there's no value that is greater than 2 or equal to 2. And in our addition here, there's no value that is greater than 2 or equal to 2. So it's quite straightforward. If there was a 1, if this 0 was a 1, we're going to do 1 plus 1 is 2. But remember, it's base 2. So how you would do, how many times would 2 go into? That's what 1. So you're going to carry the value and drop the remainder. It will give you a remainder 0, so you drop that 0, carry the remainder. Okay, but in this case we don't have such, so it's quite straightforward and easy. All right, so our right answer here is option C. Question 63 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says, which of the following angles has 3 lines of symmetry? Okay, which of the following angles has 3 lines of symmetry? It says a right angle triangle, it says an isosceles triangle, it says a scaling triangle, it says an equilateral triangle. Okay, which of the following angles has 3 lines of symmetry? The right option here is an equilateral triangle. Okay, because for an equilateral triangles, all the sides are what? Equal. Okay, all the sides are equal. So you have a line of symmetry as this. You have this. You also have this. Okay, so these are the lines of symmetry of an equilateral triangle, because they have each side equal and the three angles was equal. A right angle triangle doesn't have any line of symmetry because all the angles are not equal and the sides are not equal. Okay, an isosceles triangle, you have an isosceles triangle this way. Since it has 2 sides equal, the line of symmetry of an isosceles triangle is just this way. It just has one line of symmetry. A scaling triangle doesn't have any sides equal or any angle equal. It's also almost the same as a right angle triangle. It doesn't have any line of symmetry. Okay, so our right option here of the following angles that has 3 lines of symmetry is what? An equilateral triangle, because it has 3 sides equal and 3 angles was equal. So these are the lines of what? Symmetry of an equilateral triangle. Question 64 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says simplify this. So we have 6p plus 3p minus 2p minus p. Okay, so let's do this together. So 6p plus 3p, that's what? 9p. Okay, then minus 2p, we have minus 2p, then p. 9p minus 2p, that will give us what? 7p. Then 7p minus p, what will that give us? That will give us what? 6p. So our answer is what? 6p, and our right option here is option A. Question 65 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says express this as a fraction. 11.4%. Okay, 11.4%, that's 11.4 divided by what? 100. Okay, we have to express it as a fraction. So let's simplify this. Let's remove this decimal point. So we take this decimal point, we shift it one place to the right. So whatever you do to your numerator, you must also do to your denominator. If we shift a decimal place one place to the right, it means we're multiplying by 10. Okay, so we also multiply this by 10. All right, so this becomes 1000. So we now have 144 divided by what? 1000. Now we can reduce this. 2 can go in 1000 and also go in 114. How many times will it go in 114? Let's see. 2 in 10, 5, remainder 1 to this 4 here, that's 14. 2 in 14, that's what? 7. And 2 in 1000 is definitely what? 500. Okay, so we have left 57 over 500. Can anything go? Can 3 go? No other number can go between 57 and 500 because 57 is a prime number. Okay, so no other number can go. All right, so this is our final answer to express this as a fraction, and our right option here is option A. Question 66 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. It says, are there things of a number? Okay, of a number, let's make the number x. He doubles it, that's he doubles x, so we say 2x, 2 times x and then subtracts 5, and then subtracts 5. So we say minus what? 5. Okay? Okay, then it says the result cannot be less than 100. So we need to interpret this word. Cannot be less than 100. Cannot be less than 100. Cannot be less than 100. So it means it will be greater than 100 and equal to what? 100. Okay, so it cannot be less than 100. So it is greater than 100 and is also what? 100. Okay, so we have this. So we have this expression. This is what this statement means. The result cannot be less than 100. So greater than 100, but also equal to what? 100. Okay, so it cannot be 90, it cannot be, sorry, it cannot be 99, 98 and all that, but it can be 100 and greater than 100. All right, so it says find the ranges find the ranges of values of what? X. So we have to solve this inequality. So here we have 2x. Let's take this negative 5 to this side. So we have 100 plus 5. So we have 2x is greater than or equal to what? 1 or what? 5. So we divide by 2, divide by 2. All right, so we have this 2 would cancel out these 2. So we have x greater than or equal to 105 divided by 2. What would that give us? 2 in 10 is what? How many times? 5 times. Okay, and 2 in 5, how many times? 2 times is going to remainder what? 1. So we have 52 whole number 1 over or 2. So 52 and a half. Okay, so x is what? Less than or equal to what? 52 and a half. So this is the value for what? X. Okay, so this the ranges of values of what? X. X is equal to 52. X is greater than or equal to 52 and a half. And our right option here is option C. Question 67 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says the adjacent angles on a straight line are this, this, and this. Okay, on a straight line, the adjacent angles on a straight line. Let's say you have this straight line and maybe you have something like this. Okay, adjacent angles on a straight line. You have all this line, the straight line, and you have here 3x plus 20. You have 2x. You have 3x. Okay, so but the major point is the adjacent angles on a straight line are this. Find the value respectively. Find the value of x. Remember your theorem that says sum of angles on a straight line is what? 180. So we add up all this. So we have 3x plus 20 plus what? 2x plus what? 3x. Sorry, I'm supposed to start with 2x plus 3x plus 3x plus 20. Okay, equal to what? 180. All right, so what do we have here? So in this interpretation, I was supposed to start with 2x, then 3x, then here 3x plus 20. Okay, that's the right way to arrange it. All right, so here let us open all these parentheses. Nothing, we just have a positive here, positive multiplying every sign here is still going to remain positive. Okay, so since we have a positive here, so we have 2x plus 3x. Positive times this is a positive 3x, and positive times your 20, positive 20 is a positive what? 20, equal to what? 180. So let's sum up like terms and take this one here. So we have 2x plus 3x as 5x plus 3x, that's what? 8x plus 20 equal to 180. Take this plus 20 to this side, we have 8x is equal to what? 180 becomes what? Minus what? 20. And what is 180 minus 20? That will give us what? 160. So we have 8x equal to 160. To get x, we divide both sides by 8. We have left here x. And 160 divided by 8 will go how many times? 8 and 16 is 2. Then we'll drop a 0. So we have what? 20. Okay? So x is equal to what? 20 what degrees. So this is the value for what? X. And our right option here is option D. Question 68 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says simplify this. So we have 3 over 4x minus 1 over 3x. Okay. So the LCM for this is what? 12 what? X. Alright. So 4x into 12x will go how many times? 3 times. Is that not it? Where your x will cancel out. 4 here 1, 4 here 3. So 3 times 3 would be what? 9 minus 3x into 12x. So we have this over 3x. This will cancel out. 3 here 1 and 3 here 4. So we have 4, and 4 times 1 is still what? 4. And what is 9 minus 4? 9 minus 4 is what? 5 over 12x. So this is our answer, 5 over 12x. And our right option here is option B. Question 69 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says find the value of x in the diagram below. So we're to look for this value x here. Okay. Remember your trigonometry. We have so, ka, twa. Okay. From here, this is our hypotenuse. This angle is facing here, so these are opposite and these are adjacent. Okay, and we're told to look for x and we know our hypotenuse, so we're going to use the trig that has hypotenuse and opposite, and which is what? Sine. Okay, that's so that's opposite over hypotenuse. So we're going to do sine 30 is equal to what? Our opposite is what? X over hypotenuse is what? 20. Okay, so x will be what? We cross multiply this, so we have sine 30 times what? 20 equal to what? X. Okay, which is the same thing as x is equal to what? Sine 30 times 20. And remember, your sine 30 is half. Okay, and always have at the back of your mind that your sine 30 is what? Half. Okay, so sine 30 is 1 over 2 times what? 20, where this would cancel out. 2 here 1 and 2 in 20 is what? 10. So x is equal to what? 10 centimeter. Alright, so this is our answer, 10 centimeter. And where's our right option? Our right option is option A. Question 70 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says find the mean age of 5 students whose ages are this. The mean age of 5 students. We're told to find the mean. Remember the mean. We'll add up all these numbers and divide by what? How many sets how many set of numbers there are, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we divide by 5. So we do 14 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 16 divided by 5. Okay, when we add up all this, we're going to have 75 divided by 5, and that would give us what? 15. So the mean age of 5 students whose ages are this is what? 15 years old. That's the mean average age. Okay, and our right option here is option D. Question 71 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says find the value of x in the diagram above. Okay, so this is when we have two parallel lines. Okay, and you remember that when you have this angle here and this angle here, they are what? Alternate what? Angle, and alternate angles are what? Equal. So x is equal to what? This angle here is equal to what? 43 degrees. So x is equal to 43 degrees, and our right option here is option B. Question 72 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says calculate the perimeter of a triangle whose dimensions are this, this, and this respectively. It's so easy. Okay, you have a triangle. Let's say this is 10 and this is 12 and this is 8. Okay, so this is 10, this is 12 centimeter, and this is what? 8 centimeter. Okay, perimeter is just the summation of the sides. Okay, the summation of the sides. So you just add up 10 plus what? 12 plus 8. Okay, this question is trying to test your understanding of perimeter, how to get the perimeter of any shape. It's just you add up all the sides. Okay, so 10 plus 12, that will give us what? 22, and 22 plus 8, that will give us what? 30 centimeter. And our right option here is option B. Question 73 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. It says factorize this. So we have 2a minus 6a squared. Okay, factorize this means bringing out, your common term. All right, so what's common with 2a and 6a? I can bring out, since 2, we can bring out 2 from 6. Okay, so we have and we can also bring out a from both of these values here. So we'll bring out 2a, and what are we left with? We're going to be left with what? 1 here minus, if you bring out 2 from this 6 here, we're going to have 3. Then bring out a from this a here, we're going to have what? A. Okay, so this is our answer. If you open up this bracket, 2a times 1 is 2a, and 2a times minus 3a is what? 6a squared. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 74 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says, which of these is the correct bar chart for the table below? Now you have this score, these are the scores, and this is the frequency of the scores. Okay, so definitely the scores are here, all right, on your x-axis, while the frequencies, this is a bar chart, the frequency is on your y-axis. Okay, the length of the bars tells your what frequency. Okay, so we're going to check which of these diagrams is what correct. So for the first chord 2, we have a frequency of 3, so 2, yeah, we have a frequency of 3, so this is correct. So this is like 3 here. For the next chord 3, we have a frequency of 8, okay, which is also correct. 8. 4, we have a frequency of 9, yes, 9 is somewhere here. 5, we have a frequency of 4, okay, yeah, which is correct. Then 6 chord, we have a frequency of 1, okay, which is also correct. So option A is the correct answer, but let's check this other one so you understand why option A is correct. Okay, so this first call, it says this is 2, it says the frequency is 3, but here it's saying 1, so this is wrong. This one is what? 3. The next call is 3, frequency is 8, but here it's saying 3, which is also wrong. This call is what? 4. Okay, as far as just one bar is wrong, the answer is wrong. Let us check this one. The first call is 2. From our table it says the frequency should be 3, but this frequency is reading 9, so this is wrong. Option D, the first call is 2 and the frequency should be 3, but this is reading 10, so it is wrong. So our right option here is option A. Question 75 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says if y is equal to AB, then B is what? So y is equal to AB. What is B? Is making B the subject of the formula. That's how straightforward this question is. So all we need to do is divide both sides by A. Divide by A. Okay, this is A. Okay, this will cancel out. So y over A is equal to what? B. Okay, which is the same as what? B is equal to y over A. Okay, so this is the answer. And where's our right option here? Then B is equal to what? Y over A, which is option C. Question 76 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE exam. It says find the value of D in the figure below. Okay, so this figure below, we have 4D, this is 3D degree, this is 5D degrees. Okay, so this is a 2 parallel lines. Okay, when you have these 2 parallel lines, this angle is equal to this angle, and this angle is equal to this angle. That's opposite angles are what? Equal. Okay, so this is 3D and this is what? 5D. And so here, this is a triangle, is that not it? This shape here is a triangle. And remember that the sum of angles in a triangle will give us what? 180. So we add up this and equate it to 180 so we can find D. So we have 4D plus 3D plus 5D is equal to what? 180. Okay, degree. So 4D plus 3D, that's 7D plus 12 plus 5D, that's what? 12D, equal to what? 180 degrees. So to get D, we divide both sides by 12. This will cancel out, And 180 divided by 12, how many times will it go? It will go 15 times. So we have D is equal to what? 15 degrees. So the value of D is what? 15 degree. And our right option here is option B. Question 77 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says the inequality illustrated below is, okay, there should be a dark ball here. All right. Okay. So illustrated below is, so we have this minus 6, we have this sign is what? Less than, so it's x is what? Less than or equal to what? Minus 6. Okay, so this is what this inequality means. X is what? Less than, because the arrow goes this way, less than or equal to minus 6. So this is our answer. And where's our right option here? Our right option is option A. Question 78 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says the marks below show the score of 6 students in a reading test. Okay, this is score of 6 students in a reading test. What is the modal mark? Okay, modal, that's your mode. Okay, now what is the modal mark? You know, your mode is the highest frequency, okay, of the marks that the students got. Okay, so the highest frequency is from here. That's the number that is repeated most. All right, the mark that is repeated most from the score of the 6 students, okay, is what? 3, because we have a student that scored 3 here and another that scored 3. Okay, so the highest repeated mark is 3, so our mode is equal to what? 3. Our right option here is option C. Question 79 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says some old goods are sold for 2/5 to 5th of their original prices. Okay, what will be the selling price of a t-shirt which originally cost this? Okay, this is quite straightforward because it says some old some old goods, so the t-shirt is among the old goods, are sold for 2/5 of their original prices. So it's now asking us what will be the selling price now of a t-shirt which originally cost this. So it's just 2/5 of this 850, which is the original price of the t-shirt. So we have 2/5 of naira 850. This 50, sorry. So we have 2/5 times 850 off. That's what this means, off product. Okay, that's multiplication. So 5 here, 1, 5 and 8 will go 1 times remainder 3 and 35 7. So we have 0 and 170. Okay, so what's 2 times 170? That would give us what? 340. So the current price that the t-shirt will be sold for will be 340 naira. And our right option here is option A. Question 80 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says which of the following is/are appropriate for the construction of angle 30 degree using a pair of compasses only. Okay, bisection of angle 60, bisection of angle 90, bisection of angle 150. All these are wrong. Okay, the only one that is correct for the construction of angle 30 degrees was bisection of what? Angle 60. Okay, this is what is correct. All right, and our right option here is option C, I only. Question 81 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says a prime number has dash factors. A prime number has 2 factors. Okay, one of the factor is 1 and itself. Okay, remember the definition of prime numbers. They are numbers that can only be divided by 1 and itself. So it has 2 factors. Our right option here is option B, 2 factors. Question 82 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BEC exam. It says write in words this number. Let us pronounce this number together. So we have, these are how many zeros? Let's say all these are zeros. Okay, so we have 990, so it means we're in the billion range. Okay, if it was 6 zeros alone, it means it's millions. Okay, so this is 65 billion okay, 473 million, all right, 218,239. Okay, so this is how you pronounce this word. So let's look for the right option here. This says 600. No, it's not 600. This B says 600. No, it's not 600. Yes, this says 65 billion. It has to start from billion. Yes. Option D says 65 million. No, it is not 65 million. So it is C is the correct option. So let's complete it. So it says 65 billion 473 million 218,239. Okay, so this is the right option, option C. Question 83 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says a car traveling at 6 km per hour took 3 hours to arrive at its destination. Alright, how long will it take the same car to cover the same distance at a speed of this? Okay, how long will it take the same car, that's the same car that traveled at this hour, to cover the same distance at a speed of this? Okay, so we have this question focuses on the formula of speed, okay, where speed is equal to what? Distance over time. Okay, you have to always remember this formula in maths. All right, so we have to look for how long it will take the same car to cover the same distance at a speed of this. Okay, so first of all, we have to know the distance. A car traveling at 6 km per hour took 3 hours to arrive at its destination. So we have to look for the distance that the car traveling at this took to arrive at its destination, because we have to use that value in getting how long it would take the same car to cover this same distance. So we have to find the distance first of the car when it traveled at this speed and at this time. Okay, so to find the distance, at making distance formula the subject of the formula, it is what our distance is equal to a speed times time. All right, so the car traveling at this speed 60 times at this time, okay, the distance is what? 180. We are dealing with kilometers, so 180 kilometers. So this is the distance it used when it traveled at this speed and took this time. Okay, so the question says, how long will it take the same car to cover the same distance at a speed of this? So we now have the distance to plug into here. Okay, so the same distance here is what? 180 kilometers. So we have to find time, and time, the formula for time, making time the subject of formula, time is equal to what? Distance over speed. Okay, when you make time the subject formula, take time up, bring speed down. So here we're using our distance as what? 180 kilometers, and our speed as what? 100 kilometers per hour. Okay, so 180, we're going to have this 18 divided by 10, that gives us 1.8. So we have 1.8 what? Hour. Okay, so that's hours, because it's greater than 1. Alright, so this is the time it will take the same car to cover this same distance of 180 kilometer at a speed of what? 100 what? Kilometer per hour. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 84 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE exam. It says simplify this. So we have 3 over 8 times 1 over 4 plus 3, okay, this is not plus, this is division, divided by 3 over 4 plus 1 over 5. Okay, this question isn't that correct, okay, but I'm still going to solve it to, still explain board maths to you. Okay, all right, it isn't too clear, or it's a typo from the examiners. All right, so let's use board mass. First of all, we do what? There's no brackets, there's no other, so we do what? Division. So we have 1 over 4 time divided by 3 over 4. So we have 3 over 8. So we're first of all going to do this. So times 1 over 4. Changing this division sign to multiplication sign, we invert this one. So we have 4 over 3. This will cancel out. We have a plus 5 here. So we have 3 over 8 times 1 over 3 is left here, plus 1 over 5. What's the next thing to do? Multiplication. So we'll multiply this. So it means this 3 will cancel out this 3. So we're left with what? 1 over 8 plus 1 over 5. So we do addition. 8 and 5, the LCM is what? 40. 8 in 45 and times 1 is 5, plus 8 in 40 is 5 in 48, and 8 times 1 is what? 8. And what is 5 plus 8? That's what? 13 divided by 40. Okay, this is the answer you're going to get. Okay, you can see the answer is not here, so this is a typo in this question. All right, but this is the way you solve a fraction using your what? Board mass. So there are a lot of questions that are not quite clear even in this in the past question. Okay, but I've tried to solve some and I left out some that are not clear. Okay, question 25 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics past question, that's your BECE exam. It says a piece of land is roughly in the shape of a circle of diameter 200 meter. What is the approximate area of the land in hectares? In hectares. Okay, it says use pi as 3. Okay, so what's the area of a circle? The area of a circle is what? Pi r square. Okay, the area of a circle is what? Pi r square. So where our pi is 3, and what is our r? Our r is the half of our diameter, that's 200 divided by 2. Okay, r is your radius. Okay, and that's what? 100. So our radius is 100. So we have 100 what? Square. So that's 3 times 100 square is 10,000. So that's we have 30,000 meters square. Okay, but our question says the approximate area of the land in hectares. Okay, hectares. So we have to convert this meter square to hectares. And remember that 1 hectare is equal to what? 10,000 meter square. Okay, so we can convert this. So we have here, if we have here, so since 1 hectare is what? 10,000 meters square. So to get how many hectares is what? 30,000 meters square. It's just simply what? 30,000 divided by what? 10,000. And this 4 zeros will cancel out this 4 zeros. So we have how many hectares in 30,000 meters square? So we have 3 what? Hectares. Okay, so this is our answer, 3 hectares. All right, in 30,000 meters square. And our right option here is option D. Question 86 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics past question, that's your BECE exam. It says the table below shows a record of cases of death in an hospital. So this is the cause of death, this is the no of death. It says what is the percentage of people that died of HIV/AIDS? Okay, so we have the number of deaths of HIV/AIDS as what? 180, but we're told to look for the percentage. Okay, so we have to know first of all the total number of deaths. And what's the total number of deaths? That's 50 plus we have to add up all this. Okay, so to know the percentage of HIV from the total no of deaths. Okay, so we have 200 plus 50, that's 250 plus 250 plus 120, that's 0.73. Then this is plus 30, that will give us 400, then plus 20, so that will give us what? 420. So total of 420. So to get the percentage is definitely 120 divided by 420 times what? 100. That would give us the percentage of people that died of what? HIV/AIDS. So this 0 will cancel out this 0 here. What else can go? Just when we punch in your calculator these values, we are going to have what 28.757% okay. So this is the percentage of people that died of HIV/AIDS okay, and our right option here is option D. Question 87 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC exam. It says the line that divides a circle into two equal parts is called a, definitely is called what, a diameter. Remember we just did something on circle here, okay, 2 questions back. A diameter is a line that divides, okay, the circle into two equal parts. All right, so B is your answer, diameter. All right, I think I didn't draw that other circle quite fairly enough. My diameter was up here, but a diameter always crosses the center of the circle and divides the circle into two equal parts. Okay, your diameter can be this way or either vertical. All right, this is also your diameter. The major point is it crosses the center of the what circle, all right, and divides the circle into two equal parts. So diameter is the answer. Question 88 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC exam. It says solve the equation. So we have 4 in brackets as your parenthesis, 5g minus 1 equal to what, 16 plus what, 5g. All right, so we have to open up this bracket, right? So we have 4 times 5g, that will give us what, 20g, and 4 times minus 1, we have minus what, 4, equal to what, 16 plus what, 5g. So we have to collect like terms. Bring g here, take minus 4 here, okay? Bring the variables to the left hand side, take just the whole numbers to the right hand side. So we have 20g, bringing plus 5g to this side, we have a negative 5g equal to 16. Taking a negative 4 to this side, we have a plus what, 4, positive what, 4. And 20 minus 5g will give us what, 15g equal to 16 plus 4. All that give us, that would give us what, 20. So we divide both sides by 15. This will cancel out. We have to reduce this. 5 will go here many times, 4 times, and 5 will go here many times, 3 times. So we're left with 4 over 3. This is an improper fraction. We have to convert to a proper fraction. So, and no, sorry, we have to convert to a mixed fraction. So how many times will 3 go in 4? It will go 1 times, remainder 1, then divided by 3. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option C. Question 89 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BCE exam. It says the following are acute angles, except, now what is an acute angle? An acute angle are angles less than what, 90 degrees. That's an acute angle, okay? Angles less than 90 degrees, while obtuse is what, greater than what, 90 degrees. Okay, so obtuse is greater than 90 degrees, and I not also is greater than 90 degrees but less than what, 180 degrees. That's for obtuse angles. But acute angles is what, less than what, 90 degrees. So what are the angles that are less than 90 degrees here? Okay, so we have 60, 44, 30. So the following are acute angles except A, okay, 120 degrees, which is greater than what, 90 degrees. All right, so our right option here is option A. Question 90 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC exam. It says find the value of x in the diagram below. So we have this triangle. This is just Pythagoras, okay, theorem. These are hypotenuse. This is your what? What's this? We have this as our adjacent and this as our what? Opposite. Okay, so we're looking for the opposite. All right, so our opposite square is equal to what? A hypotenuse square minus what? Your adjacent square. Okay, remember the main formula for a Pythagoras is what? Hypotenuse square is equal to what? Opposite square plus what? Adjacent square. So to get your opposite square, you just, take adjacent square here. All right, that's what we have here. So hypotenuse square here, we have 5 square minus what? 4 square. That's what? 25 minus 16. Okay, 4 square is 16, 25 square is 25, so we have 9. So opposite square is equal to 9, so our opposite alone will be the square root of what, 9, and that would give us what, 3 centimeters. So here is equal to what, 3 centimeter, and our right option here is option A. Question 91 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC exam. It says, how many sides has a polygon if the sum of its angles is 48 right angles? Okay, sum of a polygon, if the sum of its angles, that's its interior angles, is what, 48 right angles. 48 right angles meaning 48 times what, 90 is equal to what, n minus 2 brackets 180 degree. Remember, as I said, polygon, you really need to know your sum of interior angles of a polygon. You're going to use it for about 3 to 4 questions in your exam, so you need to know about polygon. All right, you can see this, I think this is the third or fourth question on polygon, so you need to know this formula. All right, the sum of angles of a polygon is equal to this, and we've been given the sum of the angle as what, 48 right angles. So we have 48 times 90 equals to n minus 2 in bracket 180. So what's 48 times 90? That's 4320 equal to, opening up this bracket, we have 180n minus what, 360. Okay, I would prefer to just take this 360 here. So we have 4320 minus 360 here, we have positive 360 equal to 180n. When we add up this, we're going to have 4680 equal to 180n. It's the same as 180n equal to what, 4680. So let's divide by 180 to get our n, because we're looking for how many sides has the polygon. We're looking for the sides, what, n. So divided by 180. When you punch in your calculator, divide this by 180, you should get what, 26. So this polygon has what, 26 sides. Okay, and our right option here is option A. Question 92 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC exam. It says, simplify this: 199,999 square minus 1. So we are going to look for the square of this. The square of this is what, 39,999,600,001. Then it says minus 1, so we just take away this 1. Okay, so it becomes what, 0. So this should be our answer. And where's our right option here? This is our right option, option what, D. Okay, 39,999,600. Are you seeing that? 000 after you take away your 1. So this is our right what, option. Question 93 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Question. It says, the population of 5 towns are this, this, and this, each to the nearest 100. Find the total population of the 5 towns to the nearest 1,000. Total population, so we have to add 15,600, okay, plus 17,300 plus 62,800 plus 74,000 plus 34,400. Okay, when we add up all this, we're going to have what, that's using your calculator, we're going to have 204,100. Okay, so it now says find the total population. This is total population of the 5 towns to the nearest 1,000. Now to the nearest what, 1,000. So where does our 1,000 end? It says our 1,000 is what, 204,000. Okay, so immediately after the 1,000, the number immediately after it, okay, is 1. It's not greater than or equal to 5, so we can't approximate. So we just make this what, a 0. So approximating to the nearest 1,000 is what, 204 what? Sorry, 204,000. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option B. Can be option A. Okay, don't confuse it and use, since they say to the nearest 1,000 you pick 200,000. No, it's your total sum is 204,000. Is immediately after the 1,000, okay, that you check the next value. If it is greater than or equal to 5, then you approximate to the 1,000 value. All right, so you don't just cut out the 4. All right, the 4 is part of the 1,000. All right, so you need to learn approximation well. Okay, question 94 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics past question, that's your BEC exam. It says the bearing of P from Q, okay, is 63 degrees. So 63 degrees is the north side. All right, so the bearing of P from Q, so Q will be here. Since it's this is Q, since it's 63 degrees, so somewhere here. So the bearing of P from Q is this. So it's going to meet P here. Okay, so this is 63 what degrees. All right, this is P. Sorry, this is Q, and this is what P. So the bearing of P from Q is what 63 degrees. Remember, in bearing, all right, you start from the north side, okay, and you take it clockwise. All right, okay, all right, and this is 3-digit bearing. So in 3-digit bearing, you start from the north and you take it clockwise. Okay, this is not compass bearing. Compass bearing is when you have north of let's say north of 63 and south. Okay, north is 3 and south. This is compass bearing, but this is 3-digit bearing. Okay, all right, so for your level right now, bearing is not advanced. It's just trying to know your point from another point. Okay, so this is the interpretation of this. So the bearing of P from Q is what 63 degrees. All right, that's 63 degrees. Its question says find the bearing of Q from P. So we're to find the bearing now of Q from P. The bearing of Q from P is from here to here, this angle here. All right, that's the bearing of Q from P. All right, so we're from here to here, this is 90, this is another 90, so this is 180. And this angle here, what's this angle here? Remember, this angle is alternate to this. Alternate angles are equal, so here is what 63 degrees. So the total angle from here to here, since we know from here to here as 180 and from here to here as 63, we add them up. So we have 180 plus what 63. And what would that give us? 180 plus 63. That's going to give us 342. So we have 243 degrees. So that's the bearing of Q from P. The bearing of Q from P, taken from the north and going clockwise. All right. So our right answer here is option A. Question 95 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics past question, that's your BEC exam. It says arrange these fractions in descending order of magnitude. Descending order. Descending order means from the highest to the lowest. Okay, so from the highest value to the lowest. So we have to look at these values now, the highest to the lowest. And what's the highest from here? You know, these are fractions, so the shortest way you can do this, just punch in your calculator, get the decimal values of all these numbers. All right, the decimal value of 6/13 is equal to 6/13 is 0.461. okay, 11/12 is 0.916. 12/13 is equal to 0.923. 10/11 is equal to 0.9090. And 7/8 is equal to what? 0.875. So we now arrange the highest to the lowest. So the highest here is 12/13. Next to what? 11/12. Next to what? 10/11. Next to what? 7/8, and finally 6/3. So this is in descending order. So these are answer, and where is our right option here? 12/13 is this. Okay, option what? B. Question 96 of the Junior WAEC 2020 mathematics past question, that's your BEC exam. It says if x varies inversely as the cube root of y, x varies inversely as the cube root of y. That's cube root, cube. Okay, and this question, the answer is in here. All right, also a typo here. All right, okay, so let's convert this variation sign to equal to sign. So we have introducing the constant k, so we have x is equal to what? K over the cube root of what? Y. All right, okay, and x is 1 when y is 8. Write the formula connecting x and y. So let us find k, all right, where x is 1 and y is what? 8. So put in the value. So we have, or just make k a subject of formula here. Making k a subject of formula, k is equal to what? X times the cube root of y, where we know x as 1 times our cube root. Y is what? 8. So what's the cube root of 8? That's 2, because we have 2 times 2 times 2, which will give us what? 8. All right, so the cube root of 8 is 2. So we have 1 times 2, which is equal to what? 2. So k is equal to 2. So the formula connecting x and y, we put in the value of k here. Let me do this here. So is equal to what? X is equal to 2 over the cube root of what? Y. So this is the formula connecting what? X and y. You can see the answer is in here. There's a typo. All right, maybe this is supposed to be a 2, but they made it a 1. All right, but I solved this to help you understand how you solve variation problems. All right, so our right answer for this question 96 is this. Question 97 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Pass question, that's your BEC exam. It says the pie chart above shows the year group of students in a certain school. Okay, if there are 1080 students in the school, how many students are in GSS? That's your junior secondary school. So to find how many students are in your junior secondary school. So this is in degree. All right, we're not to find the angle, we're not to find the number, and we've been given the total number of students in the school. So the total angle of junior secondary school students is what? This is 90, this is 80, and this is 60. So let's add them up. 90 plus 80, that's 170, and 170 plus 60, what would that give us? That would give us what? 230. 230. Okay, so we have 230 degrees. All right, so to find the total number of students in your GSS, we'll all just do 230 degrees divided by the total degree in a pie chart, which is all angles in a point is what? 360 what? Degrees. Okay, then times the total number of students, 180. All right, so this will cancel out this, and let's say we punch in our calculator, or can we just cancel? 9 will go here many times? 4 times. 9 in 108 will go 1 to 12 and add a 0 here. So 4 here, 1, and 4 in 12 will go how many? In 120 will go what? 30 times. So we have 23 times 30. And what's 23 times 30? That's going to give us what? 690. Sorry, 690. So we have 690 students in the GSS class. All right, so how many students are in the GSS class? We have 690. Also in this question, there's a typo in this question, okay, because from here I'm sure there's an error here. Maybe they're supposed to state a particular of the GSS level class, either GSS 1, 2, or 3, and not the 3. Okay, but in the case where you just see how many students are in GSS, that's the 3 of them. All right, you have to add them up, and this would be the answer. All right, or if it is one of the GSS class that are picked, you still follow the same way. Let's say it is 90 GSS 1 that is picked. All you need to do is say 90 divided by 360 times what? 1080. Okay, so the answer following this question is what? 690. Question 98 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Pass question. It says round off to the nearest whole number. So you have 15.5 divided by 2 1/3. So let's change this mixed fraction to improper. So we have 2 times 15, that's 30 plus 1, that's 31 over 2, divided by 3 times 2, that's 6 plus 1, that's 7 over 3. So we have to change the division sign to what? Multiplication. So we have 2, then times 3 over 7. So what do we have here? So we have 31 times 3, that will give us 93. Then 2 times 7, what would that give us? That would give us what? 14. Okay, and 93 divided by 14, we're going to have a 6.642. Okay, and it says round off to the nearest whole number. So the nearest whole number after the decimal is greater than 5, so we can approximate to this 6 here. So we have to the nearest whole number, we have what? 7. So answer is 7, and our right option is option B. Question 99 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. It says the record of colors of drinks at a gridlock in a highway is shown in the table below. The highest 4 colors sold at that point are, we're looking for the highest 4 colors sold at that point. Okay, the highest 4 colors. The highest here, we have 55. After 55, we have 50. Okay, the next number will be what? 45. After 45, we have 38. So this is the highest 4 colors sold. So we have black, orange, yellow, red. Okay, that's the first option, A. Okay, black, orange, yellow, red. So the highest, all right, of the 4 colors sold at that point are black, orange, yellow, red. Option A. Question 100 of the Junior WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. Okay, it says the table below is the frequency table for the type of illicit drug detected by security at a point of exit. All right, it says what is the sectorial angle for heroin in a pie chart? Sectorial angle for heroin in a pie chart. Okay, so the names of the kilograms detected. All right, so this is 20, this is in kilogram here, this is in kilogram, this is in kilogram. All right, and others. So we're looking like for the angle. Let's say we have a pie chart and we have 4, is divided into 4 parts. All right, marijuana, cocaine, heroin, and others. So we want to know the angle of heroin, but we know that the kilogram of heroin is this. So let's find the total kilogram of all the drug. So we have here, add up, we have 25 plus 45 plus 10, 20 plus 10, 25 plus 45, that will give us 70, and this is 30, 70 plus 30, so we have a total of 100 kilogram. Okay, so we are to get the sectorial part, and for a pie chart, the total angles, the sum of angles at the point is what? 360. So heroin is what? 20 over the total drugs, illicit drugs, we have 100, then times what? We are to divide, get the sectorial angle times what? 360. So this 0 will cancel out this 0, this 0 will cancel out this 0, so we're left with 2 times 36. And what's 2 times 36? That's 72 what? Degree. Okay, this is in degrees, this 360. So this will be in what? Degrees. This kilogram here will cancel out this kilogram here. All right, so we have in degrees. So our right option here is option B. All right, so thank you so much for coming to the end, staying to the end of this video. Quite a very long one, because last year 2020, due to the COVID, there was no theory section, all just OBJ throughout and 100 questions. All right, so and I'm sure when you watch this video, I know by God's grace that you are about even more than 80% prepared for your Junior WAEC exams. And as I said earlier on, I do one-on-one tutoring. Okay, if you're a mom or dad that's watching this video, or you as a student watching this video, you can let your parents know. They'll contact me. I can do one-on-one tutoring. You have problems with maths, and we schedule our time on Zoom online. All right, online classes, not physical classes to come to your home. Online, your parents, your dad has a laptop, online classes, and I will teach you through the same way I'm writing on the screen is the same way I'm going to teach you. Okay, so thank you for staying tuned. All right, and don't forget to subscribe to this our new channel, DTW Tutorials Junior. Share also to your friends in school, family, all right, about the channel, and don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, and always remember that you are destined to win, that Jesus loves you, and don't forget that Jesus is coming soon. So give your life to Christ, live a holy and righteous life. All right, thank you from DTW Tutorials Junior. See you in our next video.